Yes. 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 Hi, everyone. Welcome to the SDPN YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dangle. And we are now streaming my reaction to Game 6 of the 2024 Stanley Cup Final between the Florida Panthers, who could win the Cup tonight. Third straight stream, I've said that. And the Edmonton Oilers, who are just, I believe, the fifth team to ever force a Game 6 after being down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Final. I realized something today. I don't know if this has been talked about very much publicly. The last time that a team was down 3-0 and forced their way back into the series, Game 6, the last time that happened, it was the 2012 Devils going down 3-0 to the 2012 Kings, forcing a Game 6. Someone who scored the game-winning goal in that game, I think it was 4, and scored the Devils' only goal in Game 6, is on the Oilers right now. This has only happened 5 times in NHL history, and they've been on 2 of the teams. Adam Henrique. Adam Henrique was on that Devils team, and he's on this Oilers team. Isn't that incredible? We got super chats. We got memberships. I'll send a few thank yous before I'll explain all that. Joe Mojo, welcome to SDP VIP. Drunk Monkey, welcome to you. And SDP VIP ad-free. Michael P., Kevin May, both of you welcome to SDP VIP. And Joe says, as a VIP since I think the beginning, why is Jesse still the Flair? Is Jesse the final boss? Yes. Cassie says, where's my fighting for love? I was a little late. Here I am. Fighting for love. And Jean-Sebastien Roy, let's go Oilers. 20 gifted subs if McJesus scores. Well, you're going to be giving us 80 by the end of the night. And Cassie says, what's up? This is the queen of the Cassie clan. What's up? I'm going to try hard to stay awake, but I am exhausted. Our favorite traveling x-ray tech. We have been short at work the past few days. Here, I got to stretch my screen because it just said, tired of work the past few days, and then the next word was moon. The next few days, and it's a full moon. So I did 92 patients in 3 days. Oof, Maron. That is tough. Hey, what is it if you become a SDP VIP? We do 3 episodes of the Steve Dangle podcast every week. That will go down to 2 a week starting in July. But then once the season starts off again, it'll go back to 3 a week. Here's what's going to stay the same the whole time. All throughout the rest of June, all throughout July, all throughout the summer, and when the season begins, we are going to do an extra episode of the Steve Dangle podcast, the SDP VIP episode, that you can only get if you're a member of this channel or if you're a member on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. So if you become a member of this channel, you get that extra episode. And if you do SDP VIP ad-free, you get all of those episodes ad-free. Kellen said, what's good, Steve? Chicken fingers. I know you're just asking how I am, but chicken fingers. I had chicken fingers today. You ever just need them? No, just me. I needed them. And I got the hot sauce in them. That's how you know I'm recovered from my stomach bug. Feeling real good. And Carson said, tonight we learn who wins the cup no matter what. Ooh, this is your first time watching hockey. The Oilers could easily win 10-0 tonight and lose Game 7 because the hockey gods are just that cruel for sure. By the way, this stream of Game 6 is brought to you by 888 Canada. thanks to 888 Canada, I now understand why 888 Casino and 888 Sport are two of the best places in Ontario to sign up for online casino games and sports betting. For one, 888 Casino has a huge selection of slots that's truly tough to beat. And second, 888 Sport has so many markets to choose from, I wouldn't be surprised if they have your niche covered. On top of all that, myself, Jesse Blake, boo, boo, hiss, and tomato, and broadcaster extraordinaire Ashley Docking are excited we get to finally announce, because we shot this a while ago, that we've joined a project with 888 Canada, where we get to duke it out across 888 Casino's massive selection of slots and smack talk our way through sports trivia. Unfortunately for you, you can watch every showdown over on 888 Canada's YouTube channel. I won't get too into it, but I put my pile of space on the line. My untattooed back. I have a tattooed arm, but my untattooed back on the line and my cherished Leafs knowledge, as you know, one of the things I'm known for on the line, so viewers can have a little fun. If entertainment at my expense is something that you've wanted, check out 888 Canada's YouTube channel. The link is in the description, and subscribe for new videos weekly. Weekly is spelled with an H. Belgos said Panthers for first cup. Oilers first Canadian team since 1993. I do not know. What are you cheering for? Let me ask that. Forget what you think is going to happen. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win? They're two very different questions. As a Leafs fan, I can't decide. I'm not going to lie. They're both pretty bad. They're not enjoyable options. My father-in-law is a proud Scotsman. Like, you know what? I just want the Oilers to bring. I just want the Oilers to bring the cup back to camp. I was like, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Something wrong with my mic? There we go. Can you imagine? You know what? Scotland's been eliminated from the Euro, but I just hope England brings it home to Britain. Nope. Fans are going nuts in Edmonton right now. Loud, proud. And here they come down the tunnel. Natalie Drake says her heart says Oilers, head says Oilers? Oh, baby. They look like bosses right now coming down that tunnel. Oh, my God. That's quite a bit of flashing. Matt Bruder said, imagine Scotiabank sounding like this for a game 7. God, I wish. No matter what happens, this is the last game in Edmonton this season. Till the same any comes. Ooh, Cassie said, Steve, I'm going to do a random number chooser. Stand by. So Cassie, queen of the Cassie clan, often gifts memberships. If you want to gift memberships to people, by the way, bottom right corner of the little chat box, you can do that. You can get a membership for yourself as well. No one's saying you can't do that. But if you want to gift memberships to people, bottom right-hand corner, the little dollar sign. If you don't see an option to do that, that's because it's not available on iPhone. I have that problem. Whenever I want to gift memberships, I have to do it from a laptop or desktop. If you're on Android, it should be okay. Andrew D says, are we allowed to mention the Coyotes this stream? We are. Although I would say, like, let's try to focus on the game. Cup might get awarded tonight. Cassie with the 20-piece. Thank you very much, Cassie. And Wes Richard with 5 SDPM memberships. Cassie with another 20. That's the 40 piece. Wes Richard said, as a Leafs fan, I hate to say it, but go Cats. Rachel Moore, Toronto isn't the real NHL because they have no real owner. Pittsburgh, same. My husband wants you to read this out loud. Go Avs, go. Are you Drew's wife? There's more than one way to Skinner a Panther. Boo! Can I get a let's go? Yes, you can. Cassie with another gifted SDPN membership. I believe that's 41. Seth Frazier with another 5 gifted memberships. And hey, if you want something else to do, Adam, Jesse, and I are doing a virtual 5K for Get Real. Link is in the description if you would like to donate to a worthy cause, a cause that is near and dear to us, a cause that caused me to capsize my kayak last year. Link in the description. Oh, and Adam lost his wedding ring. That's right. Cassie up to 42 gifted memberships. I believe that's Tyler Bozak. This is going to be a loud anthem. Wes Richard says it's Richard, Steven, not Richard. Jeez. Okay, is it Richard or Richard? Yeah, Wes Dick. Thank you, Drew, for that lovely idea. They're chanting Sergey during the American anthem. Okay, they finally knocked it off. This is a bit much. How long would the Leafs have to go in the playoffs for me to paint my hair like that guy? I'll do it day one. Like, especially now that I got young kids. Like, they'll think it's hilarious. The real answer is the conference final. J Rock, as an American, I'm rooting for the Oilers because it's been so long since the Cup has been home to Canada. It would mean more to Canadians. See, it's okay that you think that. I just can't think that. Cassie said 42 was because of the random number generator. Well, there you go. Now we understand. Have you seen the Wyatt 6 debut yet? Thoughts? No. Is that wrestling? Sorry, I've been very wrapped up in the playoffs. Loud anthem in Edmonton. Wow. I know you can't hear this, but holy crap. Everyone's singing it with their full chest. Oh, this rules. The Oilers have 21 Canadians on their team. And they're not all playing, but and the Panthers have 11. 11's still a lot. Like, you might hear that and be like, ugh. No, that's a lot. Natalie, if Edmonton wins it, does Silver Cup Lady crowd surf? God, I hope so. And Justin Fisher, hey, Steve, want to play a game? Choose one player from each team. If either scored tonight, I will give 20 gift subs. Whoa, it's usually 10. So I got to get this right. Who will win? Oh, my God. Who will win tonight? That's up for debate. What I do know is that Donald Trump will win next week's debate. Justin, is that a steak? I believe. No, that was an Alberta steak. I'm almost positive. I'm gonna pick Kachuk and McDavid. Let's go, boys. Drew said I should have picked Sam Bennett. Listen, he's had a great playoff. He hasn't had a great series. Like, even, I know they're up. Even when they were up 3-0, he's been fine. Puck is dropped. Tkachuk skating butt first into his man. Rodriguez puts it into the slot. No one's there. As loud a crowd as I've heard. Ekholm, run at by Rodriguez. Ooh! Here comes Henrique on Forsling. Henrique's been money well spent for the Oilers. Cost them a first-round pick at the deadline. Nurse puts it in front. It's back to the point. Broberg. That misses wide. Draisaitl has it now, though. Wonder if that was on purpose. Shot! Doesn't make its way to the net. Here comes Reinhart. He'll gain center and dump it. Loud Sergei chants in Edmonton. Barkov out there now for the Panthers, but it's the Oilers attacking. Draisaitl. Oh! Stopped by the glove of Bobrovsky. Sneaky save early on. Once again, we're raising money for Get Real, the Get Real movement. Link in the description if you want to help out and also learn more. Here come the Oilers 3-on-2 as Jesse Blake donates 5 SDPN memberships. Way to go, Jesse Blake! And congrats to whoever got the memberships. Ekman Larson dumps it in. Skinner out of the net to play it. Pressure from the Panthers. Lundell. Ooh, he's stripped, though. And McDavid hands it off to Bouchard, who I think his stick broke. So he's got to abandon it and go to the bench. Oilers a little out of sorts here, but they escape unscathed, and they're deep in the Panthers zone now. That's Hyman with it. Puck's in his feet. OEL comes up with it. Airmails it out. Goes all the way down the ice into the possession of Stuart Skinner. Drew confirming that it was Alberta beef thrown on the ice. EV said, go banana. Hashtag Gripper Nation in the house. Kulak dumps it in. Bobrovsky out in the net to play it. Kulikov with it. Dumped. That'll be ice as Kulak and Rodriguez tie on their way to the puck. Not really sure what Rodriguez is talking to the ref about there. That was definitely ice. Oh, that shot from Draisaitl. I think it might have rode up Brandon Montour's stick. It went into the mesh of Bobrovsky's glove, but he wasn't able to hold on to it. Draisaitl with 4 points, but no goals in his last 7 games, according to the broadcast. 17:22 to go in the first period. Shots 1 apiece. Bennett up the ice. No, Ekholm comes up with it. Rodriguez takes a run at him. McDavid with speed, hounded by Forsling. Can't clear the zone. Hyman, hounded by Mikkola. Panthers get out. But the Oilers making it difficult to do anything productive. It's already behind the Panthers' net. And this is a bit fortunate here. That's icing on the Oilers. Or delayed offside? Okay, I thought it must have been. I was like, wait, icing where? D409 gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Let's go. Hey, if someone gifts you a membership, thank them. Thank them. It should say who gifted it to you in the chat there. First look at the Panthers' 4th line out on the ice. Stenlund, Lomberg, Cousins in the lineup. I don't think we've seen Cousins in this series. Oh, Bob. Almost stripped to the puck there. Lomberg out to center for Nick Cousins. Too hot, though. Bob out of the net to play it again. Lost it a bit. OEL up the half wall to Lomberg. Cousins in deep for Stenlund. All 6'5" of them. Bodies Broberg off the puck. Cousins gets it to the point. Kulikov's going to have to recover quickly. He does. Behind the net, Stenlund not able to get it, so OEL has to pinch. Stenlund knocked down to the ice. Lomberg knocks Nurse over Stenlund, and they're not going to call that. Thought that might be interference. This is game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. There have been lots. Yeah. I know, Drew. There have been lots of penalties in this series. I think that's about to change. I think the whole rest of the series, you might see 3 power plays each. Steve, do you mean per game? No. No, I don't mean per game. Verhaeghe, he shoots it through traffic. I don't think that got through. Verhaeghe, he has not had a good series. He's got to step it up. If he has a big game, Florida's got a good chance of winning. Reinhart knocked down to the ice by Kulak. Kulak behind the net. A little too hot, though, so Mikla is able to help out his forwards. Oh, the coffee is good, folks. I feel dialed. 5 minutes into the first period. And here comes Connor Brown. He's helped the Oilers get on the board first in each of Game 4 and 5, assisting in Game 4 and scoring it himself in Game 5. Janmark stopped by Bobrovsky, and that'll be a whistle. 14:43 to go in the first period. Jimmy said there is news out of Arizona. Is the news that there is no news? Yeah, so there's supposed to be this land auction. I'm sure you heard about it. Land auction. The Coyotes are going to try to buy this land and build an arena there. If I'm not mistaken, either the city or the state canceled the land auction. So can't buy the land if it's not for sale. Corey Perry tried to draw a call there. Really selling it. Shot on net, and it was covered up, I think. Ooh. It was Lindell. I thought we were about to get a TV timeout there. It turns out no. Derek Ryan with the ozone draw for the Oilers. Doesn't win it, though. Ekblad with it behind his own net. I think he's going to look for Lusterinen, and he finds him in his feet. Lusterinen holding the zone. Lindell on! Doesn't make its way through. Forsling! That goes wide. Tarasenko. Oh, open net! Ekblad off the side of the net. Ekblad again. It's behind the net. Ryan couldn't get to it. Lindell stripped. Tarasenko. This is a big shift here for a line that's been such a great line for the Panthers throughout these playoffs. Haven't been there quite as much these last couple games. Forsling shot his block. McLeod with it in his own end. And here come the Oilers. Finally, they just settled to dump it in, and why not? That was an exhausting shift. Paula Bennin gifted 10 SDPN memberships. Let's go, Paula. What is it like as a South American watching the Euro? I would like to know that. They're too busy watching Copa? Fair enough. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins spun around into the corner. To the point. Bouchard puts it on. Quick stop by Bob. McDavid back to the point. Ekholm, Bouchard. Ooh, nice move. Space. Stop by Bob. And whoa, Bennett puts it back into the possession of Bob, who holds on to it. 5-1 are the shots for the Oilers. 0-0 is the score. And the Oilers are getting frustrated here because there have been a number of things that might be a call in the regular season, might be a call earlier in the playoffs, might be a call earlier in the series, but they haven't been so far tonight. Sean McKay. There you go, 16. I just want to say frickin' thanks for these streams. Frickin' you're welcome there, Scene. Cassie with a question. Who are the top three most career playoff games? How many does the top player have? We'll give you 10 on either side, 10 gifted for each correct answer. See, Henri Richard won 11 cups, but there weren't 4 rounds of the playoffs. I'm not going to say Henri Richard. Oh, that's a good guess. If Drew says it in my ear, does it count? No. Steve Yzerman? Man. Yeah, Steve Yzerman. Mark Messier. Paul Coffey? How'd I do? Oh, and the answer is like 250 or something stupid like that. Messier, 236. Second place is Nick Lidstrom, 263. Idiot. First place, Chris Chelios. What was it, 266? Oh, man, 250. I was 16 off. Boo. We're back from TV timeout. Or actually, we're back from TV timeout. They were fixing something in the crease. Paula from Chile said, "I'm an odd Chilean. Chile is playing in the Copa America right now, but I'm an absolute hockey crazy person. Lived in Canada for 4 years and fell in love with hockey. So here we are. Hey, let's go, Paula. I'll take that to mean you're cheering for Italy." I'm joking. I don't have a dog in the fight. If I did, it'd be Scotland. No, I meant in the Euro, Drew. I know Canada's in the Copa. Yeah, bum. Hey, Cassie paid up her 10. Let's go. Thank you, Cassie. Okay. Panthers in the neutral zone. Verhage. Oh, off the foot of Barkov. Here come the Oilers with numbers. Oh, baby. Draisaitl. Well, open net and buried by Fogle. I should have worn the vest. And the Oilers take the 1-0 lead 7.5 minutes into Game 6 on home ice. Draisaitl setting up Fogle. Read a book for once. 3-on-2. Man, the Panthers just overwhelmed entirely. Holloway, Draisaitl, and Fogle all attack, and at one point, both Forsling and Ekblad were down on the ice, which is not an ideal way to defend. That sauce from Draisaitl was despicable. Fogle's third of the playoffs, and I believe second of the Cup Final, has the Oilers up 1-0 early. The building is bumping. And the Sergei chants get louder and louder. Luostarinen chasing after the puck. McDavid with it in his own end. Corrigan gifted 10 SDPN memberships. Lego, thank you very much. McDavid! Oh, just missed the net there. Oh, my goodness. Panthers trying to stretch out the ice. I don't know how much it's going to work. and they try it a little too hard as they ice the puck. It'll come down the other way. Robert Bet, hey, Steve, if the Oilers happen to come back and win the Cup, do Bill Zito or Paul Maurice get the axe? Or do you think they change, or do you think they can afford to change? It's a pretty solid team. Go Leafs, go. I don't think either Bill Zito or Paul Maurice would get fired if that happened, but they would wear this as a blemish on their careers for the rest of their lives, unless they won the Cup literally next year. Whoa! Bennett just drilled Connor Brown from behind, and it was after the whistle. Are we going to get a call here? Oh, so Fogle took out Ekblad's legs before the goal. Yeah, they don't call those. Just ask Kelly Yarncroke. Sorry. Natalie Drake, opinion on jeering at goalies feels mean to me. It is very much mean, and that is the point. Wow, so Janmark is going off for slashing, and Bennett's getting nothing? All right. Who does Bennett know at league office? I mean, Cassie said it's a makeup for the Ekblad no call, I guess. Cassie said, do you know who it is for active players? I will try to guess after this power play, which the Panthers have an opportunity to tie the game here. Ekman Larson, Verhaeghe. Double clutches. Puck sent down the ice. Verhaeghe drops for Barkov. This Panthers power play has not been it. Verhaeghe. Down low for Reinhardt, who has not been enough of a factor. On. Whoa! Wide. Barkov can't get to it. Oh, Verhaeghe holds the line. Valuable. What a move. Too many moves, and the Oilers clear it. Aaron Hempel, welcome to STP VIP, buddy. Kachuk could have gone early, decided not to, sent it back into his own end halfway through this Panthers power play. Dude, it's game 6. You don't know if you're going to get another one. You basically have to score here. Shot from Tarasenko doesn't get through. Ekman Larson, Tarasenko. Shot! That doesn't get through. Ekman Larson holds the zone. Bennett to Tarasenko, who has trouble handling it. Does eventually get a handle on it. Gives it back to Bennett. 30 seconds to go on this power play. Oilers. Oh, great sticks. They hold the zone, though. No, they don't. Sent all the way down. 20 seconds to go. This Edmonton penalty kill has been incredible for them in these playoffs. Dumped. Bennett. Reinhardt. Oh! Fogle takes his man down. That's not going to be a call. McLeod, surrounded by Panthers, shoots it wide of the net, and the Oilers allowing just one shot kill that power play. Montour up the ice. Skinner out of the net to play it because Cousins was going to be first on it. And this might be icing. Nope, straight on to Bobrovsky. So Mikkola plays it. Oilers come up with it on their own side of center. Bouchard, Ekholm, McDavid gets it to Draisaitl, who's on the ice with Hyman. Bouchard puts it on, stopped by Bob, who's been far and away the busier goalie in this game so far. Luostarinen, ooh, nasty on McDavid there. And then he just completely dumps the puck into the Oilers bench. Could have been better, and we'll go to a TV timeout. This stream is brought to you by 888 Canada. Thanks to 888 Canada. And now understand why 888 Casino and 888 Sport are two of the best places in Ontario to sign up for online casino games and sports betting. For one, 888 Casino has a huge selection of slots that are truly tough to beat. And second, 888 Sport has so many markets to choose from. I wouldn't be surprised if they have your niche covered. On top of all that, myself, Jesse Blake, and Ashley Docking are excited to finally announce that we worked on a project with 888 Canada where we get to duke it out across 888 Casino's massive selection of slots and Smack Talk on their new YouTube channel. And you can watch every showdown over on 888 Canada's YouTube channel. I don't want to get too much into it, but things were at stake. I didn't do so great at them. Did I do the worst at them? You'll just have to watch and see. If entertainment at my expense is something that you've always wanted, and I know it is for some of you sickos, check out the 888 Canada YouTube channel at the link in the description and subscribe for new videos weekly. Jonathan Mills for our trivia from earlier. Steve Yzerman is number 2 in all-time playoff games played with one team. Chris Draper would be number 2, except he played 2 games with Winnipeg other than the 220 with the Wings. That is a goofy statistic, Jonathan. Thank you for that. I love that Brodeur would have far and away the record for most wins by a goalie with one team, except he ruined it by signing with the Blues and playing with the Blues. Speedy V gets it out of the way nice and early. Costco Gravy is the official sponsor of the Oilers. I don't know if that's true. Oh, what was that question from Cassie? Who are the active leaders for playoff games played? Gotta be Corey Perry. Corey Perry. See, the Lightning are hard because a lot of their guys get hurt. No, he missed a lot of time too. Nikita Kucherov? And Joe Pavelski. Shot from Broberg. He didn't get any of that, and that goes into the corner. Oilers have the same amount of goals as Florida has shots. That is bad. But here comes Barkov looking to change that. Shovels it around. No one there except for Ekman Larson. Puts it behind the net. Skips over some sticks. The Oilers are out shooting the Panthers 8-1 to start this game. Cassie gifting 10 SDPN memberships to Lego. Does that mean I only got one of them? The group chats in my phone are going ballistic. Everyone's watching this game. I'm trying to talk myself into a game 7. Listen, if you've ever had the opportunity to clock off work early, but you've needed the money, you know the feeling. You're like, well, I could use the money, but also I want to go home. I don't want to work. And even though I like my job, I kind of just want to lie down. But the longer this game goes on, the more I want a game 7. And I don't think it's going to matter because the Oilers are dominating. Here comes Hyman. Spins around to the point. Bouchard. Shot. I think that was blocked in front. Oh, what a chance by Nugent Hopkins. Stop, and that goes wide. Under 7 minutes to go in the first here. McDavid shadowed by Ekblad. That won't matter. There he goes like a vapor trail. Turns back. On. Doesn't make its way through. Panthers battling to just get out of their own zone. And Stenler will dump it and crushed by Bouchard. Cassie said Perry has 213. I only asked for the top one, but I'll give an additional 5 for the bonus answer. Oh, my bad. Thank you. 6:21 to go in the first period. I believe that's icing. Thank you for the additional 5 gifted memberships there, Cassie. Queen of the Cassie clan. Brian says, glad you aren't battling food poisoning anymore. The other day, it was a couple days after I had the food poisoning. I was holding my daughter for 15, 20 minutes. I tried to put her down and I couldn't straighten my arms because my muscles seized. That's how sick I was. It was bad. Broberg! Stopped by the blocker of Bobrovsky. So that was Monday night, and I did the stream Tuesday night. Oh! Goes around. Nurse. Almost held the zone. Ryan to Nurse. Nurse. That'll go into the corner, and that'll end up as icing against the Oilers. I'm not allowed to be sick. Not just because it's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, but it's my son's 4th birthday party tomorrow. Leo's turning 4. Lots of Spider-Man. Dude guy says, thanks for Hyman in Toronto. I don't like your attitude. All right. Verhaeghe in the faceoff dot for the Panthers, and he gets the winger win in the offensive zone. Reinhart digging at it. Henrique doing a great job. God, this line's been such a problem. They're chanting Sergei. Although the puck is in the other end of the ice right now. Panthers doing a lot of mucking, but at some point you're going to have to put the puck on net. Ekman Larson puts it on, doesn't get through. Ekman Larson holds the line. You know what? Verhaeghe can't hold his own. Listen, if the Oilers are going to block it, let them block it. Make them block it. Maybe you'll get a fortuitous bounce or something because you're not getting much else otherwise. Here comes Draisaitl. Oilers. Oh! Fogle again. And a penalty coming up against the Panthers with 4:37 to go in the first period. And that'll be a slash on, I didn't see who that was. Mikkola? It was a weak slash call, Drew. But if that was Mikkola, God, they hate that guy. He just keeps getting called in the series. TV timeout. Welcome to the SCPN YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Name Tags says, happy birthday, Leo. Aw, is he a fan of Marvel Spidey and his amazing friends? Patrick Stump of Fallout Boy does the music for the show. Yes. So if you need to be stunned by how much a kid's show can have a kick-ass theme song, go listen to Spidey and his amazing friends, because Patrick Stump of Fallout Boy fame does it. And if I believe, I'm not totally sure, but I believe the Hot Wheels show is also Patrick Stump and Fallout Boy. Kick it into high gear. Hot Wheels, let's race. Like just a guitar riff that it's too, it goes so hard for no reason. Like it's a kid show. But Spidey is whoa, whoa. So good. So good. Listen, you spend enough of your kid's early childhood listening to the Wiggles, and then you hear Patrick Stump just friggin' shredding. It sounds like the Beatles. So let's see who this penalty was against. Oh, that's the goal they just showed the replay of. Oh, Lusterinen. Oh, boy. Really? That was a pretty soft call. But Drew, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. That's it. There won't be a power play for the rest of this game. That's my prediction. McDavid cutting through the zone. Doesn't work. Still has it, though. Oh, what a play! Oh, my God! How do I even describe what just happened? Draisaitl to Boosh. Draisaitl. Boosh. McDavid. Down low to Hyman. McDavid. Draisaitl. That McDavid pass bent space and time in my brain. Halfway through this power play. Bouchard. McDavid. Bouchard. This is going to go to Draisaitl from the Rockstar spot. Stopped by Bob. Oh, Justin Fisher said, I have a fun fact. You shared an elevator with Patrick Stump in Columbus. Do you remember this? So, no, I don't. Was I drunk? Oh, yeah, they lit Mups. They were the, what? They were the, like, intermission act or whatever. We were in the elevator with Patrick Stump? I'm not going to lie. I don't remember that at all. I don't remember that at all. Bouchard can't hold the zone. 30 seconds to go in this Oilers power play. Oh, McDavid, shadowed by Barkov. Barkov does an excellent job. Oilers still have it, though. Barkov doesn't let McDavid get it. Oh, and he clears it. That was an excellent play there from Barkov. Skinner out of the net. Risky play, but it pays off. Draisaitl. They go offside. Ekblad being mean to McLeod. Name tag says, yes, the Hot Wheels show is also Patrick Stump. He jokes that Spidey is now his day job and Fall Out Boy is his side gig. Honestly, yeah. By the way, my wife badly wants me to be done work. Or at very least have work decrease because she knows the draft and free agency is coming up and everything. But she has threatened to move furniture if the Panthers don't win tonight. Listen, in terms of rest and relaxation, the Panthers winning tonight is the best option for me. In terms of running a business, Game 7, that's what does it. Oh, wow. Oilers fail to score on that power play. Panthers kill it off. Henrique sends it in deep. Ekman Larson. Oilers dump it. Apparently, Justin has a message that needs to be read at the next whistle. I assume it's the Patrick Stump story that I don't remember at all. I don't remember this at all. EV gifted 5 STPN memberships. Let's go. Lusterinen battling away. Lundell. This line's been much better tonight for the Panthers. Cece. Oh, Panthers attacking with speed. But the Panthers catch up to them. Dogged play from Tarasenko, who's won that cup once. He wants it again. Lundell dumps it. I mean, who on the Panthers wants to be associated with this? You know what I mean? Puck is iced. From Justin. Steve was not drunk. Middle of the day. Not okay. Oh, that's it? So we were just in the elevator with Patrick Stump in the middle of the day. I got dad brain big time. Okay, so I had I'll tell you in a bit. Minute left in the first period. Oilers to the point. Bouchard, Ekholm, bomb, wide. That puck squirted in front. The Panthers are getting outshot 11-2, and unless they get something going here late in the first, this was a garbage period from them, and they are lucky to only be down 1-0. Over Hagee. That'll be ice on the Panthers. 35.8 seconds to go in the first period. Matt Pedenoff, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Sean McDonough on the play-by-play? Personally, I think he's a pathetic robot. Ray Ferraro actually adds value. So, Max, here's the thing. I love Ray Ferraro. I don't have an opinion on Sean McDonough because I am streaming. So I haven't heard him. That's what and we don't get the ESPN feed. I might have it. I don't know. I got like the Uber pooper package. Oh, it's not like you literally can't unless you steal it? Oh, well then never mind. Never mind. I didn't know that. Panthers, 20 seconds left. Oh boy, picked off, and here come the Oilers. Hyman in the corner. Wham! Hit by Ekblad. 10 seconds to go in the first period. 5, Boosh, 3. Oh, Boosh just over the net. And that'll do it for the first period. Disastrous for the Florida Panthers, and still somehow only down 1-0. Warren Fogle should have worn the vest, and he did. With the only goal of the first period, it is 1-0 Edmonton. I'm Steve Dangle. This is the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. So Max, people would routinely be like, "Oh, did you see what Ron McLean said? Did you see what they said on blah, blah, blah?" And I'd be like, "No." Like my friends would keep asking me that, and I'm like, "Listen, you don't got to know every time I take a bowel movement, but like, can you at least learn what my job is? I work Saturday night. I don't know what they said. I'm busy." Sorry, yes, Drew. Oh, my deserve to win-o-meter guess? Oilers win like 92%. Oilers are only 61%? I don't understand how that thing works. Like I do, but I don't. Dude guy 777. If this goes to 7, you, Adam, and Jesse should do the last stream together. You should have heard how quick Drew said no. Yeah, it's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. Oh man, that was fast. Natalie Drake said, shout out to Isla's cheeks. Preposterously adorable. Isla is my daughter. That is a cute thing to say now because she's a baby. But if she gets older and you say that, I'm gonna get real mad. I'm gonna be like my my godfather. He used to keep a vase at the front door, and it was just full of baseball bats and hockey sticks. Yeah, it wasn't decorative. It was a bit strange to have lying around the house. Justin Fisher, once again, so he was at the All-Star game with me in Columbus in 2015. He said, that weekend we shared elevators with Patrick Stump. Yes, Fall Out Boy did Intermission at the All-Star game that year. And Doc Emmerich in separate rides. Someone politely asked Doc what he thought of the weekend, and he talked mad shit. I feel like I remember Doc. I don't know if I met him or introduced myself. That was at a time in my life where I was like, nah, I'm not going to bug him. And now I'm like older and I'm like, I don't know when I'm ever going to get this opportunity again. Like, Not older, like I might die before I meet Doc Emmerich. Like I've had enough time to reflect on run-ins with certain famous people, and I never did get to meet them again. And I'm like, no, you should have said hi the first time. Uh, yeah, let me read a few more things and then we'll throw to break. Sedin Magic, over under on the number of cuss words streamed by Paul Maurice during the intermission, 47.5. Doesn't matter, from Ty Smith, doesn't matter who on the Panthers want to be associated with this. What matters is who on the Panthers deserve to be associated with this. Oh, dude, like half the team. Wazoo gifted an SDPN membership. Let's go. Cassie said he still hasn't noticed. Yeah, I don't know. Did you gift 67 again? You're a stinker if you did. Omar, have you seen Florida is on their heels? Oh, have you seen Florida on their heels like this in any of the first 3 series? No, not in the slightest. Not against Boston, not against Tampa, not against definitely not against New York. Name tags. Drew is scared of how intense Gripper Nation would be if Adam was on stream. I think we all are. From Chris, why trade Marner in his prime? Tavares will leave. And who we got to play second line and produce like Marner. Wait out Tavares, run it back. Jesse Blake said not 1 second of the game would be talked about if all 3 of us were on the stream. Listen, with Marner, I've given my opinion on this 100,000 times. I mean, you can trade Marner and wait out Tavares. What I don't understand, like I understand trolls trolling, and that's fine. And that doesn't make me upset. What makes me upset is Leafs fans who have watched them play playoff hockey for 7 years, is it? They've watched the Leafs lose 7 out of 8 series. And they're like, no, I want to see it again. Yeah, but Sammy and Matthews and Willie, dude, you go back every year, there's something. Something happened. Things happen. Drew, when the Avalanche won in 2022, who got hurt? Sam Girard didn't play half the playoffs. He left after round 1. Darcy Kemper had an eye injury. The cup-winning starting goalie had an eye injury. He missed 4 games in the conference final against the Oilers, for God's sake. How many games did Kadri miss? 6 games. Nichushkin played with a broken foot. Winter golf, sorry. No one cares. No one gives a damn. Winter golf. Justin Silverman, would it possibly be the greatest choke of all time? The greatest choke of all time. No one's done this since 42. Robert Bett gifted an SDPN membership. As the series has gone on, watching the Oilers fight back, what I really see is a team that is just straight up believers. I mean, 100%. It's complete change in body language and in everything. 42 to start, 20 from trivia, so that's 62 plus 5. Yep, 67. You're a jerk. Cousins is for real, my actual cousin, but go Oilers. If that's not everything you need to know about Nick Cousins. Yeah, guys, it's not like you don't have a literal god on your team. Why not run it back? LOL. Sarcasm. And Aaron Hempel. I just love to see Steve, Adam, and Jesse just hanging around and watching Game 7 together, not worrying about acknowledging memberships and super chats, just dudes being dudes. There will be time for that, but the time is not now. Drew, what is our intermission clip? And do we have time for it anymore? Ooh, let's do the Connor McDavid Conn Smythe talk. All right.
I want to relate it to Connor first on this one. Is it more impressive, guys, that Connor's been able to do this without Leon putting up a ton of points as well? Like, does that make it even more impressive that major member of supporting cast hasn't produced perhaps to the level you would expect?
Yes, it does. Well, and like Hyman just got his first goal in I don't know how long. So like it's McDavid producing without a lot of Hyman's help and Draisaitl. Like those two were tied in points or like neck and neck in points, I think, into the conference finals. I'm just looking now. McDavid is 12 points up on Draisaitl. He's 10 points up on Bouchard. Like, how is this happening? McDavid's doing this on the power of himself. Like he's got 17 power play points, which means he's still got like, what is that? 25 even strength.
Yep.
He's only scoring on 11% of his shots, which is downright reasonable. And you know what the scariest part of it for me is, and we really saw this in the third period last night. Forget the points that he's putting up and the dominant offensive performances. You expect those. McDavid on the back check last night. Oh my God. He's going to win this thing on his own. He's going to break history and do this on his own. It's really starting to feel that way.
Guys, Keith Acton and Jesse, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, because I think we should also leave open the door that, like, say he goes pointless in Game 6. I don't think he deserves the Conn Smythe Trophy, because I think like the narrative right now we're going with is the last two games. But let's say those games happened in games 1 and 2, and then he went 4 consecutive games with the performance that he had in the first 3 games, you know? And I don't feel like if we looked at it as just like that was the most recent history, we wouldn't be screaming about McDavid for the Conn Smythe. I think if next game Panthers go out and win it and Barkov shuts them down, I think the Conn Smythe goes to Barkov.
Do you think that those 3 games of the finals and maybe other games throughout the playoffs are enough to take him out of the contention? If because Conn Smythe is a whole playoff MVP.
Yeah.
Right? So you think like those 3 games are enough?
Yeah, if you lose if they don't get to Game 7, I don't know how you can give him the Conn Smythe Trophy, especially if he doesn't have a good performance in Game 6.
Right.
And they win 2 games the whole series, and 3 of those, 4 if let's say they lose and he has a mediocre game, just not a otherworldly McDavid game, and 4 of those games the Panthers were limited him. I don't then we're just basing the narrative off of 2 games that he deserved the Conn Smythe Trophy. And I feel like we're going a little far with it in that direction. And you're taking away what Barkov did for 3 rounds and then for 4 games. Because I think right now he's probably the front runner with Bobrovsky's performance in these 2 games, which I'm talking about 2 games affecting your performance. It did for Bobrovsky. And especially at the end of game, was it 2? Even when they won, he wasn't that effective. Or game 3, sorry, there. So I think what Barkov did in 3 rounds plus 4 games against McDavid, he would be more deserving if they win the series 4-2.
See, I'm pulling my vote for Bobrovsky now because of the last 2 games. And I know that seems a little unfair, but I had Bobrovsky. I'm revoking it. And the reason I is because Jesse brought up a really great stat that Bobrovsky was going for the all-time save percentage record in the Stanley Cup Final. I'm like, man, how do you not give it to that guy if he gets it? Now, probably not possible for him to get it after the last 2 games.
Since the third period of Game 3, Bobrovsky's a 756 save percentage.
Yeah, that's rough.
Good Lord.
643 goals against average. So he's ruled himself out.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, that's kind of ruined what he's done in the playoffs. And with McDavid, the narrative in 2 games is trumping everything everybody else has done in the entirety of the playoffs.
And 3 games before that. I see what you're saying.
And then so if Game 6 just goes, it's a 2-0 win by the Panthers, you can't give him it feels like a consolation trophy. It feels like, we all wanted you to win the Stanley Cup for the sake of history. Here's the Conn Smythe Trophy, even though Barkov, I think, in that scenario would be more deserving. Now, we got to leave open the door that Edmonton does into the impossible and wins 2 games. Like, then, give him the Conn Smythe. But if you lose, lose Game 6 and 2-0, he doesn't deserve a Conn Smythe
What if
trophy.
they win Game 6? and then they go to Game 7 and they lose.
Yeah,
and it's Connor McDavid that wins Game 6.
I'll entertain that 100%.
You'll entertain that. Okay.
No, that makes a lot of sense to me.
I want to go through the history of this, Steve, while you're thinking about it. Okay, because the last few players to win the Conn Smythe Trophy and be on a losing team are goaltenders. J.S. Giguère for the Mike Babcock coached, Stumpy Thomas-led Anaheim Ducks in 2003, and I believe they lost in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals against, who was it against?
Devils.
The Devils. Oh. The 1987 Philadelphia Flyers, Ron Hextall, who was a rookie, they went to Game 7 against the Oilers and lost. The last player was just under 50 years ago. Mm-hmm. Reggie Leach of the 1976 Philadelphia Flyers, Glenn Hall of the 68 Blues, Roger Crozier of the 66 Red Wings are two other guys that have done it. It's only happened, as I say, 6 times in this league. So it kind of makes sense that we have to be talking about this at this point. We have to be talking about legacy things, and the Conn Smythe Trophy really is a legacy trophy. It really is you did this when it counts. I would say, and here's a crazy hot take. Conn Smythe says a lot more about the player's importance to the team than MVP of the regular season. I think when you talk about importance of trophies, if we're going to rank trophies, to me, it's like outside of the Stanley Cup, obviously. Conn Smythe's the number one. It's the most important one. And it's because this is when it counts. And there are guys that go on runs and win them. Giguère is one of them. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But they did it. They did it.
All right. It's likening to say like the Stanley Cup means more than the President's Trophy. Like I think we look at those two different seasons, and the one is the champion of one is the champion of the other. If you say the playoffs are everything, then being the MVP of the playoffs means more than being the playoffs of the regular season. I totally get what you mean. And the Reggie Leach year, 76, that year he set the all-time goals record for most goals in a playoffs with 19. So that's why he got the Conn Smythe Trophy that year. And if McDavid sets the all-time points record in the playoffs, then it's the exact same plane that Reggie Leach is on. They both had a historic record, and they, in the losing effort, they get the Conn Smythe Trophy. And I believe Leach, when they lost, it was in Game 7 as well. If I'm pretty sure,
I think it was. Here, I'll pull it up. I've got it here.
So, there it is. 7 games, very end, you break an all-time record. You get the Conn Smythe Trophy, and I feel like McDavid needs to get to that there to give him the trophy. So I think it's premature for me after game number 5 to give the guy the Conn Smythe Trophy when they could easily win 2 games this series. He could just have 2 really good games. And the guy on the other side of the ice, the captain of the Florida Panthers, who throughout the entire playoffs was unbelievable, shut down every star, could be the leading point getter of their team and be the best defensive player that we've seen in the playoffs in a long time.
Let's think about this like a voter, right? Let's think about this like one of the guys up in the press box who had to vote on this thing. CJ has talked about this process before on the most recent or second most recent CJ show. I've been listening to a lot of it over the last few days. He talked about like Kessel and Crosby being separated by like 1 vote or something like that. The difference is those guys are on the same team.
Yep.
You're a voter and you think it's close. And let's say your ballot is Barkov and McDavid and you can't decide. You got to either give the trophy to someone who wants it or someone who doesn't. You know what I mean? McDavid, like that J.S. Giguère picture of him with the Conn Smythe is terrible.
Nobody wants that.
No, it's the worst trophy to win in that scenario.
Yeah. It looks like the worst day of his life. And that trophy is part of the reason why I wanted the Ducks to win in 2007. That and they were playing the damn Sens.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that and I'm like, man, he really he needs to wash that off of his legacy. That greatest loser photo. Like he wants to be anywhere in the world but accepting that award.
It feels
so
I don't know if you guys...
I would go to the shut up me. We had to cut myself off because we are very soon coming back here, and also I want to get to some of your comments. So we were talking about this. me and Drew. Jake Neal says, Steve, how funny is all the drama from Greg Cote and Dan Le Batard started with Mick overrated? So here's the thing. Did Greg Cote and Dan Le Batard call Connor McDavid Mick overrated? Because that's actually, like, it's a gaffe and whatever, but it's also a favor. Because, there's so much on the internet and on TV and on the radio. You don't know who to listen to. Who should I listen to? That's a gift from those guys. You don't need to listen to them talk about hockey ever again. No one who watches Connor McDavid play hockey thinks he's overrated. That's stupid. Thank you to Francois Lafleur for becoming an SDP VIP. And Cassie, to be fair, it was unintentional after I gifted 5. You don't need to ask for forgiveness for anything, Cassie. We are back for the second period. Producer Drew was just telling me he's getting vibes of the 2022 Stanley Cup Final between the Colorado Avalanche and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Game 6 in that series, the Tampa Bay Lightning dominated the Avalanche, but then the Avalanche took over the rest of the game. Ekholm clears the zone, and oh my goodness, what happened here? A total breakdown. Janmark passes, scores! Adam Henrique! Where were the Florida Panthers? Where were they? Where were they? Oh my goodness, 46 seconds into the second period. The Oilers attack, there's no one there. What happened? 4 Panthers in the offensive zone. There's a Panther, I think, coming off the bench. Janmark hits Adam Henrique, who has now done this twice. Adam Henrique, for the second time in his career, is playing for a team that was down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Final, came back to force Game 6, and then scored in that Game 6. Here comes Florida now. In front. Holy cow! 2 goals in the opening minute, and it's Sasha Barkov. Holy cow! 56 seconds into the second period, the Oilers go up 2-0, only for Barkov to answer right back. And are they going to challenge us for offside? Verhaeghe, ooh. Oh, wow, that's going to be so close. Oh, Drew, I don't know. Because it's the plane, right? It's not, oh, man, that's going to be close. No broadcast camera is going to know the answer here. Knobloch is taking a timeout to review. And they are going to challenge. Yeah, had a boy, Matt Duchesne, says Drew. Pricefield says, crap, took a gummy earlier and forgot about the game. I don't think a broadcast camera is going to have the answer here. Like, we're going to need the blue line one. Here's the overhead. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is offside, but beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, that's offside. That angle right there that they just showed, you can freeze frame on the moment the puck crosses the line. So Verhaeghe was carrying it over. He basically rides the puck across the blue line, like completely sideways. Oh, man. So they're showing the blue line cam, but Verhaeghe's stick is in the way of the puck, so you don't know exactly where the puck is based on that camera. So, yeah, Drew making a great point. Imagine they don't call offside now and Edmonton gets a penalty. This, to me, is a flaw in the rule. Edmonton should not get a penalty for challenging this. It's so damn close that this is worth reviewing. Don't you want to get this right? If you want to get this right, then what's the penalty for? Okay, here's the angle. Here's the angle. Oh my God. If he's offside, it's by like a centimeter. Oh, this is, let's see. After video review, offside! No goal! What a swing in the game! The Panthers think they brought themselves back within 1 moments after the Oilers go up 2. And it's a 2-0 Edmonton lead as Paul Maurice swears a blue streak. Yeah, Drew, you're right. I hate the spirit of that. I hate that that's enough to call it back. I also hate that if the Oilers were wrong there, that they would have got a penalty. Like, ultimately, the right decision is paramount. Like, the getting it right is paramount. The right decision was made. Justice is served. But let's say that was onside and the Oilers got a penalty. That's garbage. Because it's by a centimeter. Why wouldn't you challenge it? Don't you want to get it right? What's your problem? You know what I mean? So the shots are now officially 12-2 for the Oilers. It's the second period. They're up 2-0. Folks, it's looking like Game 7 so far. And the Panthers, boy, how do they respond to this? Forsling with it in his own end. Panthers shoveling in. Skinner out of his net to play it. Kulak skating out with speed. Bobrovsky out of the net to play it. Oh, boy, bad play. Bad play. Oh, and the Panthers get away with one. Verhaeghe. Panthers attack 2-on-2. Verhaeghe. Shot from Forsling! Stopped by Skinner, who doesn't drop the rebound. 17:49 to go in the second period. Panthers finally have more shots than the Oilers have goals. Cassie, honestly, I don't know how you can change the call that close. I assume, like, again, like, did you see a satisfactory angle from the broadcast? I didn't. Yeah, just get rid of linesmen, use lasers. I didn't see a satisfactory angle from the broadcast. We're going to see something after the game or later in the game that shows it definitively. Listen, is it a pain in the ass that these things are decided by a centimeter? Yeah. Ultimately, if the call is right, the call is right, and that's what's most important. But again, if the Oilers were wrong, which they weren't, so it's a moot point, I think them getting a penalty for a call that's razor thin is dumb. Panthers battling away in the Oilers zone. Montour, who has not been loud enough for the Panthers, bats it down. Rodriguez and Bennett going to work. Rodriguez to the point. Kulikov down low. Bennett and Montour switch. Montour taken down. They're not going to call that. I don't think we're going to see a penalty the rest of the game. Tkachuk out to Montour. Montour. Bennett on into the glove of Skinner. And Lomberg going at it with Nurse. Psychotic start to the second period. Tkachuk exchanging blows with, I think that's Janmark. Broberg and Bennett going at it. They're going to call penalties here, but I don't think we'll see a power play. Janmark for Tkachuk is the trade. And Janmark's been great in the series, but that trade sucks for the Florida Panthers. 4-on-4 isn't a terrible outcome because 4-on-4 usually adds the offense. Did Bennett throw Broberg's glove at his face? Those guys both have the same agent, by the way. Those are both Darren Ferris clients. I always think that's funny. Alan Walsh had 2 clients fight last year. I don't remember who. I think it might have been in the minors, and I just texted him. I'm like, so like, what do you do here? What do you like? Do you just say, hey, boys, behave? 4-on-4, 16:55 to go in the second period. Draisaitl versus Reinhart. Reinhart wins it back to Ekblad. Ekblad's shot does not get through. Oh, in front. No one there and no one at the point because it's 4-on-4. Kulak. Up for Hyman. I'll never forget that stride and what it looks like. God, I miss you, Zach. I miss you every day, Zach. Draisaitl. Hounded by Ekblad. Ekblad all the way up at the point. Draisaitl still with it on. Stop, rebound. Where is it? Barkov just clears it. Natalie says uncalled felonies prediction. I say several. I'm gonna say seven. Belgo says I wonder if the timeout is gonna hurt later. It's possible. I wondered that too. Halfway through this 4-on-4 play, here comes McDavid. Montour trips him with his feet. They're not gonna call that. Oh boy, the intent there seemed pretty naked. Here comes Montour. On Skinner. Skinner gloves it, and it'll be a face-off in the Oilers zone. 42 seconds to go in 4-on-4 action. Cassie, so at Penn's games this year, I noticed that if they don't show the play on the video board while it was being reviewed, it almost always gets called back. If they don't, it gets called. I think they showed it. Steve, who's your favorite Leafs captain of all time? Captain Matz, childhood idol. I don't know about other arenas. That's just what I noticed there. No, I like firsthand reports, Cassie. Verhaeghe tries to drive the net, driven wide by Nurse. Oh, through some legs. Forsling down low, misses the net. Panthers hold the line. Ekblad, boy, he's been a factor. Not many Panthers looking alive, but he's one of them. The swing in this series is the most violent I've ever seen. The Panthers, I know that the argument was the Oilers were the better team in games 1 and 3. I thought a lot of that was score effects. Like, to me, the better hockey team was the Panthers. The Oilers have kicked the Panthers' ass since the moment game 4 began. Like, it's crazy. Panthers down low. Thomas said, I saw you at Eaton Center today, but you ignored me. The reason I ignored you is because I was in my house in Ajax. I did not go downtown today. Panthers, they couldn't find Mikkola, and the puck will go all the way down the ice. Bobrovsky to Montour. Oh, wow, nice pass. Panthers are offside. We get a whistle. 3,600 of you in the chat. Hello. Let's get to 1,000 likes, eh? Takes a second. It's free. Helps the channel. Clack, clack. Let's go. Pretty please. Haven't heard a knee slapper from Paul Maurice in a while. Stenlund loses the draw just outside the Oilers zone. Stenlund, Lomberg, and Cousins out there for Florida. Oh, behind the Panthers net. Puck kind of died there. Perry digging away. Ooh, beat Stenlund there. Can he get it around? He does. It's at the point now. Kulak loses it. There's an opportunity for Cousins to get here first, but Skinner's out of the net to play it. Panthers hold the line temporarily. Duke Ding Ding gifted 5 SDPM memberships. Thank you, Duke Ding Ding. Connor Brown with it in his own zone. Up to Kulak. Kulak's growing on me. Behind the Oilers net, Cece rings it around. Panthers hold the line though on. Doesn't get through. Here come the Oilers. They're attacking with speed. Janmark, I think they're offside, and they are. They blow it dead. 13:31 to go in the second. Cassie clarifying herself from a few minutes ago. To clarify, it was every time a Pens goal was challenged, they showed it on the video board if it was a good goal. If they didn't, it was called back. And that would make sense with what we saw because this was a goal against the Oilers. It sounded like they showed it on the Jumbotron by the reaction, and it came back. Good insight from the queen of the Cassie clan as we're in TV timeout. Holy moly. Thanks to 888 Canada, who's sponsoring the stream. I now understand why 888 Casino and 888 Sport are two of the best places in Ontario to sign up for online casino games and sports betting. For one, 888 Casino has a huge selection of slots that's truly tough to beat. And second, 888 Sport has so many markets to choose from. I wouldn't be surprised if they have your niche covered. On top of all that, myself, Jesse Blake, and Ashley Docking are excited to finally announce that we've joined a project with 888 Canada where we get to duke it out across 888 Casino's massive selection of slots and smack talk our way through sports trivia. And fortunately for you, you can watch every showdown over on 888 Canada's YouTube channel, which is now live. I won't get into it, but there were milk products, dairy in my trunk. I will say that. If entertainment at my expense is something that you've always wanted, check out the 888 Canada YouTube channel at the link in the description and subscribe for new videos weekly. You scallywags. Olivier, Oilers are 4-8 in games 1 through 3 and 10-1 in games 4+ so far. Is Knobloch the king of mid-series adjustments, or is it something else? That's nuts. But, like, here's the thing. You don't go out trying to lose the first few games. Like, that's nuts. God love Rick Tocchet, but, like, Knobloch's, I don't know about the best coach. I mean, he just got here, but, like, best coaching performance, maybe. Reed, we don't want referees making more decisions, so 1 centimeter offside is offside. The fewer decisions they are allowed to make, the better the game is. That is fair. Cassie, maybe something to keep an eye on when you go on now. Thank you, Cassie. That is true. And Tails, who wins it? A Panther or a disastrous oil spill? Ooh. There's never been a GoFundMe save the oil. And it's always the Panthers you got to clean off with soap. So I'm thinking the Oilers are looking more dangerous right now. 13 minutes to go in the second period. Lusteriden trying to get it out. The Oilers are so good at stifling the Panthers' speed through the neutral zone. Almost a spring chance for Holloway. Tarasenko. Oh, nasty play. You know what? Paul Maurice is really sticking to his lines. Tarasenko's dancing tonight. I consider putting him up in the top 6. Every time he's out there, something's happening, and it's positive for the Panthers. On! Glove by Skinner, and they blew the play dead. Draisaitl down. He's back up now. What happened here? Both Draisaitl and Reinhart looking a little hurt. I don't think they were trying to hit each other. No, they both ate it pretty bad on that one. 12:22 to go in the second period. We're almost at 1,000 likes. Pew pew. Face off in the Oilers zone. Barkov against Derek Ryan. Ryan wins it back. Shots 13-5 for the Oilers. Score 2-0. That is what matters right now. Forsling. Man, the Oilers are dominating along the boards. They have an opportunity here. Bobrovsky does not have a stick right now. Oilers with the puck at the point. Stick is right at the side of the net. It's within reach, so Bobrovsky grabs it. But the Oilers still in the attacking zone. Panthers take it off them, and they'll break out. But the Oilers, again, just crawling into that shell, but in a way they have not been able to do effectively over the last few years. Mikkola behind the net. There's no Panthers there. Mikkola behind the net. There's a Panther there, but Nick Nurse is in the way. They throw it in front. There's no Panther there. Mikkola chasing after Nugent Hopkins. He's actually doing a really good job. Frees the puck up. Rodriguez finds a teammate. That shot does not get through. Tkachuk on wide. Whoa, Cassie with the 50-piece. Let's go. You're making me cough. 50 gifted SDPN memberships from Cassie. Here come the Oilers with lots of speed. Nuge can't get the pass through to McDavid. McDavid with it behind the net. The Panthers net, to be specific. Bennett chasing after the puck. Oilers say, go back. We'll drag you back to Alberta. We'll drag you back into your zone. But here comes Rodriguez with Tkachuk. Tkachuk to Rodriguez. That should be a high stick there on Ekholm, and it is. They blow the play dead. 10:38 to go in the second period. A high stick on the puck, to be clear, for all those who aren't watching the game itself. Robert Bett, wonder if Panthers fans are starting to feel like Leaf fans. I'm not going to lie, Leaf fans don't know this. Like, your team could win the cup tonight, and all you're thinking about is not pulling off one of the worst chokes in the history of the sport. You should be feeling joy, and it doesn't sound like it. Cassie, oh no, my hand slipped and I gifted again. Oh no. Face off in the Oilers zone. Stenlin wins it back to OEL. OEL on! Rebound! What a stop by Skinner on Lomberg! Panthers digging away in the corner. They lose the zone. I want to see a replay of that. How isn't that a goal? Did he fan on it? Stenlin in the corner. Good shift for the fourth line, no matter if they score. Although you probably rather score. Perry airmails it into the possession of Ekblad. Oilers try to get a change. Panthers also. Perry takes his man down. Panthers ring it around. Skinner out of the net to play it to Kulak. Oh, Cody Ceci stops up before getting obliterated. Oh, he was lined up pretty good there, but he stopped up. Fogle in front. Nope, doesn't go in front. Behind the net, Barkov to Forsling. Reinhart. Man, the Oilers are absolutely all over the Panthers with their forecheck. Forsling off the glass and out. It's not going to lead to any offense as it ends up on the stick of Darnell Nurse. Oh, that's a terrible clearing attempt. Oh, big opportunity. That should be a penalty, maybe even a penalty shot. That'll be a penalty for hauling down Barkov, who crashes into Stuart Skinner, who looks a little uncomfortable right now. Might have saved a goal. You're right, Drew. Who took the penalty? And who was that with the clearing attempt? That was garbage. Nurse passed it to whoever he was with. That wasn't McDavid, was it? McDavid took the penalty on Barkov. Ooh, Barkov felt kind of funny too. And once we come back from commercial break, the Florida Panthers with a gift to get a power play at this part of the game. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Death Eater 91. If the Oilers win, I'll gift a membership. All right. Cassie, so is Bob injured / bad or just not getting any help? He's not getting any help. The Oilers are making it so that help doesn't matter. They didn't play with this much speed and cohesiveness in the first 3 games. They just didn't. Like, all the shots they were taking, like, there was one game where Bob had to be particularly good, but there's a tweet from Chris Johnston. We are nearly 30 minutes into this game, and no Florida Panthers forward has recorded a shot on goal. All 5 have come from D. Ekman-Larsson with 2, Forsling with 2, and Montour with 2. And CJ updated it in the group chat a minute ago. OEL 3, Forsling 2, Montour 1. Oh my God. I mean, Barkov did have a shot. It was just offside. Brad Benefield. Hi, Steve. Hi, Brad. Haiku Knives. Ooh, names that go hard. I have a friend of me in Miami who's just now getting into hockey, and his salt is delicious. Buco Biscuit. As a Lightning fan, this could be fun. If the Panthers choke away the series, they join the Leafs and Bruins as big recent chokers. Love our division. Panthers on the power play here. McDavid in the box. This is a very, very big opportunity, and it's the Oilers who get it out and shovel it down the ice. Let me tell you something. The Leafs have choked on a 3-1 series lead in the first round in front of no one. They blew a 3-goal lead in a Game 7 in the third period. No choke the Leafs have had in recent memory would hold a candle to this. This is the Stanley Cup Final. Like, listen, it's my bag laughing at my dumb little team and how much they stink and let me down. They've never had the opportunity to blow it in the Stanley Cup Final in my lifetime. Panthers drive wide. Oilers have killed off almost half this thing so far with little to no fanfare. Panthers on. Rebound. Puck loose in front. Kachuk can't find it. Oh! Glove down by Ekman-Larsson. Shot from Verhaeghe. Stopped by Skinner. Oilers might be able to attack with numbers. Instead, they just yeet it down the ice. 50 seconds to go in this Panthers power play. King MT, hope you feel better soon. SDP VIP, thank you, King. CC attacked by Bennett. Connor Brown sends it down the ice. 25 seconds to go in this Panthers power play. 7:25 to go in the second period. Montour out there skating with the puck. Ices it. Not literally. Lundell. On! That does get through. Stopped by Skinner for a whistle. 6 seconds to go in this Panthers power play, and this might be a wasted opportunity for them. Hudson Markel. What do you think about the canceled land auction in Arizona? Apparently Morello didn't do his due diligence about the zoning of the land. I mean, who's surprised? I feel bad for Coyotes fans. Listen, stop putting your faith in this guy. Until he gives you a reason, there's no reason to pay attention to the Coyotes. At every turn, he gives you something, you get your hopes up, and that thing ends up not happening. Like, I hate to see this happen to you, man. Panthers in front. It gets cleared. They had 3 shots on that power play, but did not score on any of them. McDavid out of the box. Shot out of a cannon. Stenlund out there. Cousins, Lomberg. Stenlund. Stripped by McDavid. Here comes McDavid. Tries to trip it around Forsling. Doesn't quite work. Ekblad out to the neutral zone. Panthers again. Just really struggling to generate offense here. Cousins. Behind the net. I see 1 Panther. There's 2. There's Reinhart. They're in the middle of a change. Panthers offside. They shoot it after the whistle, and that'll draw a crowd. Nico Mikkola, they did not like that. Cassie said, we are 1 week and 2 days away from a Sidney Crosby extension. Listen, I hope so. Because I'll get to make a video on it. Also, he's negotiating with Kyle Dubas, so he's going to end up making $87 million per. Almost at 4,000 viewers as well. Dang, that's right. Click like, click like. Click like, click subscribe. There it is. Tell all your friends. We're streaming. Game 6. And the Oilers are up 2-0. Trying to force Game 7 here in the Stanley Cup Final. It feels like a foregone conclusion that Game 7's happening on Monday. But there is still a fairly decent chance the NHL's season is over tonight with the Florida Panthers winning their first ever Stanley Cup. Duke Ding Ding says, where's the gripper, Steve? There's 1,000 likes. I promise no such thing. I'm not showing my bare feet. It's not that kind of channel. Does Nugent Hopkins have the worst playoff beard I've ever seen? Taves is pretty bad. Go look up Stanislav Chistov. Yeah, Taves. I mean, Marner pretty consistently has a terrible one. Nugent Hopkins. That's true. Marner's typically doesn't last very long. That's a good point. Thanks for that. Oh, Janmark into the glove of Bobrovsky. Janmark's been an animal for the Oilers, man. He's having a great old time. Rachel Moore. Anyone in the market for one Valeri Nichushkin? I have no idea what's going to end up happening there. Over 4,000 in the chat right now as we're in TV timeout. Welcome to the STPN YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all of your friends. Wow. Oilers up 2-0. They score seconds into the second period. It looked like Barkov brought the Panthers back to within 1. It was reviewed. It was called back. 2-0 Oilers lead. Drew, what is your crazy stat? From Sportsnet stats, on that power play, the Panthers just got their first shot from a forward. How long into the game? 31 minutes and 55 seconds into the game. Like, here's the thing. Skinner has made a huge believer of me these last few games. McDavid has made an enormous believer. I mean, he's better than I even knew or thought. He's clearly an all-timer. You can't shut the Panthers down that effectively with a goalie playing well and one superstar. They're well coached. They're playing disciplined. They're incredible. They're unrecognizable from the first 3 games. Pricefield, no grippers tonight, Steve. No grippers tonight ever. But also you put 2 smoking leaves Is grippers slang for weed? What's going on here? Joe, what is your best cup final that you can remember? Ooh, that's a great question. Let me think about that. Ekholm driving the net. Shot. He goes up and out. 5:32 to go in the second period. Robert Bet, yesterday was the first day of summer. Happy hockey season. Oh, good answer, Drew. Pens Red Wings 2, which was 2009. That was a really, really good cup final. Bruins Canucks was a really fun one. Ooh! Kachuk and Hyman clink knees. Now Hyman's got it. Hands it off to McDavid. McDavid to Ekholm at the point, gives it to Bouchard. Whoa, that goes wide. Ekholm and Bouchard like to play close together. Bennett shovels it in. Kachuk going to try to cut Ekholm off here. Can't do it. You could tell the Panthers want to hit the Oilers. They're just not really finding the opportunity to do it. Verhaeghe to Bennett. Oh, that was a big hit from Kulikov on Nugent Hopkins. Nuge looks a little worse for wear there. Oh, Barkov! Stop by Skinner. You know what? The Oilers Hurricane series was pretty good in 2006. Man, Calgary Lightning was also really good in 04. The Cup final is usually good. That's the great thing about it. Draisaitl. No, Oilers in their own zone. You know what had an incredible story, but friggin' awful hockey? The 2003 Stanley Cup Final. The story of the Ducks versus the Devils was so good. Like, you had one team that like barely deserved to be there at all, and the Devils. And God, the hockey sucked. It was bad. Oh! Panthers center it. No one there. Lomberg goes for a big hit on Kulak. Perry yeets it out of the zone. Oilers. Kulak. McLeod. They're in the zone now. The Panthers. Oh! In front to Henrique. No one on him. And I think he just straight up missed the net. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Oh, boy. Big blown opportunity for the Oilers to increase their lead there. Broberg up the ice. Is this going to be icing? Yes, it is. Whoa. Caiaphas Kane. As a Lightning fan, I am happy the Oilers brought the series back. Just bought a Zach Kassian jersey. That's a choice. Cassie, Steve has been to more Penguin Stanley Cup Final games than me, and I need Sidney Crosby to change that ASAP. That's true. Also, thoughts on the Pens goalie situation after Nedeljkovic resigned? I don't love that tandem. I really don't. Nedeljkovic, I know he gave you some good games, and he's not making that much. Jari's such a weird goalie that I don't understand at all. It's adequate. Meh. Long says extension talk reminds me is that Kyle Dubas loves his guys. T-shirt still happening. If y'all ever have a live show in Pittsburgh, that would rock. I got to talk to Dubas. I got to talk to Jesse about that. Oilers win a faceoff in their own zone. Whoa! Kulikov steps up on his man. Who was that who got decked? I didn't see because they were on the ice. Janmark, I think. Lindell around. Panthers up the ice. Again, they cannot attack with speed and possession. Duke Ding Ding, +1 for Pittsburgh show. I know, there's a lot of Pittsburgh going on here. Steve says, Steve, I'm at the game. This place is absolutely insane. Let's go Oilers. Wow. Thank you for joining us. Panthers not getting a tripping call, and they're very upset about it. They have the puck in their own end. 2 minutes to go here in the second. Hudson Markle pointing something out. Whoa! Okay, you know what? This is going to have to wait. Panthers with a huge hit. Panthers put it on. Rebound in front. Panthers have really stepped up their hitting. But now there's a breakaway for Zach Hyman. Backhand scores! Zach Hyman! 16 on the playoffs. 3 on the board for the Oilers. They are up 3-0 after being down 3-0 in this series. Are they going to do it? Are these guys seriously about to do it? 1:40 left in the second period. The Oilers go up 3-0 as they try to drag this series back to Florida for 7. Unbelievable. What a play. Forehand, backhand. Under the blocker of Bobrovsky, and 90 seconds to go in the second. The Oilers have a stranglehold on this game. CC. Oh, barely stopped by Bobrovsky. Aren't you glad I stopped answering that question when I did? Oh my gosh. Barkov. Hyman 16th of the playoffs. One single playoff. Salary cap era record. Crosby has never done this. Ovechkin has never done this. Go Leafs, go. 47 seconds to go in the second. The Panthers are really about to do this. Like, I know the Oilers, but like also the Panthers. Lindell, sharp angle shot. Off the side of the net. Lindell, hounded by Bouchard. Tarasenko, a little too late to decide there. Puck goes down the ice. 25 seconds to go in the second period. Oilers playing for the intermission here. Everyone on their feet in Edmonton. Panthers try to get one before the end of the period. Ring it around. And the end of the second period arrives. The fourth line is out there to do what the fourth line does. Mixing it up with the Oilers' top line. That was Zach Hyman's 70th goal of the year, regular season and playoff. So he moves into a tie with Austin Matthews. Okay, that's good. Panthers trying to... You can't fight your way onto the scoreboard, boys. That is a loud Sergei chant. Matt Wilkins says, Zachary on the attackery. Joe says, I remember the 06 Cup Final. I watched it in a company tent while tree planting in Northern Ontario. There's a specific story. Hudson Markle, this is what I meant to read, but then the Oilers scored. It was a horrible series, but incredible call. 2003 gave me my favorite call ever with off the floor and on the board, Paul Correa and Cassie with Pens have a really good goalie prospect in Blomqvist. I wonder if they will run 3 goalies at the start to see how he does, or if they trade Jari since they had no trust in him and go at Ullmark or others. Trading Jari I could see as a possibility because there's a lot of teams that need goalies. Dude, unless there's a historic collapse in this game, There's about to be a historic collapse in the series, and we're going to see Game 7 on Monday. I really can't believe it. Producer Drew, is this the biggest comeback you've ever seen in sports? Yes. LeBron against Golden State down 3-1. They were down 3-1. Like, history will remember that as a bigger comeback. Well, okay, first and foremost, the Oilers have to win this game, and they have to win Game 7. Oilers win this game and lose Game 7. It'll be remembered for a very short amount of time. A surprisingly short amount of time. Oilers fans will remember it forever, and their rivals will remember it, and they'll make fun of them and all that. But, like, Vancouver, 2011, they didn't even end up winning the cup. They were up 3-0 in the first round over Chicago. They were killing them. Dave Boland came back in the series. Like not LeBron, not McDavid. Dave Boland was their boogeyman. They forced Game 7, and it took till Game 7 overtime for the President's Trophy winning Canucks to beat them. And they call it Dragon Slayer. And Canucks fans look back on that fondly. Like, dude, that Game 4, 5, and 6, or rather 4, 5, 6, and 7 had to be the most stressful week and a half of your life. And you still look back at it like, hooray, even though you only won one of those games. Win the series, no one remembers any of the other noise, right? LeBron and the Cavs beating Golden State, because of the names involved, is maybe a bigger story. But, like, in terms of if you pay attention to hockey, if you pay attention to basketball, if you pay attention to all of them. Do you understand no one has done this since 42? 42. No one has done this since 1942. And off the top of your head, who is the best player in the world? Who is the best hockey player in the world in 1942? Go ahead. Like, this is the undisputed best player on planet Earth right here, right now, pulling off a historic comeback right here, right now. This is Goku and company beating Frieza, is what this is. Oh, here's the overhead. They showed it on the broadcast. Oh, my God. Like, at least 80% of the puck is over the blue line. But because it's not all of it, it's no goal. If I'm an Oilers fan, I'm getting that offside call blown up on a poster and hanging it in my room. Whoa, Matthew Williamson, is this Goku versus Frieza level drama? I did not read that comment before making that comparison. David Brown, thank you. Wilgman, I haven't been watching because I've been watching the finals with my buddy at the bar. Just wanted to pop in and congratulate Oilers fans. Kudos. Wow. And this might be the first time since World War II that a comeback of this magnitude has happened. Funny enough, that comeback also happened in 1942. Adam would have appreciated it. Cassie says 10-second show and tell. 10-second show and tell. What can I do for that? What can I do for 10-second show and tell? Oh, the whole point is it's supposed to take 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this isn't on my main wall, but this is me with Connor McDavid. No. This is me with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid's teammate. This was at NHL Media Day 2016, I think. This is when I worked for Sportsnet. We had a very handsome-looking corkboard in the background. We did the Thinker picture for our photo. And the reason I show this is because there's photos I took with players on day one, and they all look fresh as a daisy and beautiful. Then there was day two of media day, and what happened is all the players who arrived for day two, the night before day two, they all went out and partied with the players who were there for game one. And the players who were there for game one were a terrible influence because their job was done. Nugent Hopkins was one of the only ones who wasn't very obviously hungover. Where's my photo of Carlson? Listen, I'm not saying, but I don't know, man. I gotta hang that up because that's gonna bother people. There you go. First try. I never get a first try. So there you go. Hope you like that, Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Drew, what do you think? Might be too late to throw to a break. I don't need a break. Do you need a break? Okay. LT Tamazil. I might need a 1 minute break to fill my water, but I'll answer these questions first. LT Amazil. L Tamazil. I don't know how to say your username. I'm sorry. Connor McDavid as Canadian Goku shirt when? If someone wants to make $1 billion selling knockoff shirts during Game 7, there's your idea. Please make a donation to Easter Seals. Or the Get Real movement. Steric Carl's Dangle. Tails, I don't like that. The LFR that defines this season is noise. It perfectly shows how the Oilers and Leafs respond to adversity differently. Great video. Aw, shucks. Nathan, I know I made a video called Noise. I just don't remember which one it was. I think it was one of the playoff ones, wasn't it? Player 4, did Edmonton just figure Bob out? They've outshot Florida fairly consistently through the series, but took till game 4 to really start scoring. Love SDPN. Thank you. I don't think it's that they figured out Bob, although they do sure seem to like tucking it under his blocker arm. I've noticed. What I would say is their chances are better. Like, how many breakaways have they had in this series? They had breakaways in the first 3 games. And to that, I would say it's not that the Oilers figured out Bobrovsky. It's that you can't keep giving up breakaways. The ones where, like, the Panthers are just completely making brain farts. Like, that's the Panthers playing differently. Like, I think a big factor in this series is the Panthers are wearing being a game away from the Stanley Cup like an anvil on their back. Noise was game 42 of the season, and the Leafs lost 4-2 to Edmonton, and I was talking about how both teams respond to adversity, I think. Listen, like, I get a little frustrated sometimes when I criticize the Leafs. Like, I criticize them that game, and people are like, "Oh, you're so negative." And then they lose in the playoffs the way I've been saying they would. And people are like, you're negative. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, the issues that they're going through right now, we called extensively on the show and on my channel 13 months ago. Am I a hater or friggin' so unbelievably right? Anyone who knows me knows I'm not like, I do dumb stuff. I'm the kind of guy who looks for my set of keys that I'm holding. You know what I mean? Every day. I'm so right about this, though. They need to blow it up. And like, I'm even leaving room for error. Like, oh, yeah, they could do this instead or that instead. Any situation that you lay in front of me that involves all 4 of their big forwards coming back next season is wrong. Wrong. Like, the deserve to talk shit-o-meter, like, if the Leafs were to keep the core together, they go and win the cup next year. Great. I'll be celebrating there, and I'll be talking about what a fucking great story it is. I shouldn't have swore. I'm sorry. I'll be talking about what a great story it is and how happy I am and how wrong I was. There's no evidence whatsoever to suggest that the Leafs have this in them, that the Leafs have what the Oilers are doing right now. Drew just brought up Hyman's contract on the screen. Like, he's making what, 5.5 against the cap? Is that what that says? 5.5 against the cap. William Nylander's getting a $4.6 million raise. Raise! Matthews is getting a raise by nearly $2 million. So, the cap's going up. Yeah, the cap is going up. The amount the core is making is going to take up a higher percentage of the cap next year than it does this year. What are you talking about? Steve, hypothetical, you're the Panthers GM and you choke. Oilers win in 7. Do you blow it up or run it back? Yeah, no, I think blowing it up is insane. What do you do with something that's basically unprecedented? I guess the good news, quote unquote good news, is the Panthers have huge decisions ahead of them anyway. So there's Sam Reinhart. You could bring him back or walk. If you're Reinhart, geez, you might want to walk after that. And Montour, it sounds like, is going to walk. If I'm the Panthers, I don't know if I bring either guy back. Montour, I mean, seems like he's gone. Reinhart, that's a fascinating decision. I mean, if he comes back at a discount, great. But you got to ask yourself if he's ever going to have a season like this again. T.A. Neiman, my son is a Bruins fan, but loves you. Yeah, of course. I just make videos about his team beating mine. Of course he does. Can you say hi to Sand? Hi, Sand. Love STPN. Thank you. Hudson Markle. What annoys me is people using the closeness of an offside to discredit. The rule is the rule, and any subjectivity would make it work. I'll moan about it a bit, but you're right. Like, the alternative is the next day we yell and scream. Not even next night. That microphone. A B C D E F G H I J K. Okay, what letter did I come back at? The alternate. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, the alternative is that night we talk about how they blew it. They blew the call. I just would have a problem with the Oilers getting a penalty there. I have a problem with the challenging team getting a penalty for challenging something that's actually close. Like, I think the reason there's a penalty in place for the challenge, a failed challenge, is coaches were frivolous with it. Like, they were getting ridiculous. But then you're making that call subjective to the refs. I don't know. Daniel, the Leafs should be watching this final as homework. Man, like, let me tell you, as someone who loves his job but would also like a day off, I understand why hockey players say, like professional hockey players say, oh, I didn't watch the playoffs. Boy, it pisses me off. Any Leaf who's like, yeah, I didn't watch the playoffs. Get off the team! How good at golf are you? You get every spring off, you don't watch any hockey? David Brown, bench Bob for Game 7? No. I think if you're Bill Zito, you just submit your resignation. If you do that, I think you go down with the ship, or you win with your guys. Lindsay N. Maurice fired if Panthers lose Game 7. Just kidding, but really. Again, I don't think so. I think we're watching greatness here in what the Oilers are doing. Ace, Zach Hyman scoring more goals than the Leafs this entire postseason. Run it back. In fairness, Hyman's played more games. Yeah, no, run it back. Run it back, guys. Run it back. Does Hyman have more career goals, playoff goals, than the core four? Does Matt? I don't think Nylander's the only one who might be close. Nylander, I think, has more goals than Matthews. He probably has more than all of them because he scored playoff goals with the Leafs too. I want to know the answer. That'd be great. Please send good vibes to Panthers fans. It's rough. Caden. I want to say this with nothing but love in my heart for you and feeling for Oilers fans. No. Did you watch the series last year? No. Matthews has the most playoff goals of the core four with 23. Hyman has 35. It's not even frigging close. Cassie said, Steve, you missed my chat. Drew, can you help me find that? What is Paul Maurice saying to his boys right now? I don't know, but he's probably gone through at least 3 trash cans. Leading goal scorer in 1942, or leading scorer in 1942 was none other than Donald Emerson. Just kidding. It was Doug Bentley for the Blackhawks. Yes, Drew? Cassie said, sometimes I randomly remember Erik Karlsson is a Penguin, even though 2 of his worst memories happened there. The Matt Cook incident in Game 7 double OT and the Eastern Conference Final in 2017. Honestly, I forget too sometimes. 15 seconds into the third period. Here we go. Can the Panthers come back and win the Stanley Cup tonight, or can the Oilers do the unthinkable and force Game 7 after being down 3-0 in this series? They are up 3-0 in this game, and the Panthers ice it. A lot of people forget Edmonton won 16 straight this season. Dude, teams have won over 10 straight in the regular season and not even made the playoffs. Like, you know, it matters until it aggressively doesn't. Oilers have scored 17 of the last 21 goals in this series. Adam and Jesse made fun of me when I started that stat. And now here it is on Hockey Night in Canada in Game 6. Nurse obliterates his man. Who was that? Panthers gather the puck in their own end. Lundell. Ooh. Montour. What a move. Speed. Shoots. Wide. Oh, that was a nice move. Tarasenko and Lusterinen battling down low. At the point. Shot from Lundell. Blocked by the Oilers. And you see the Panthers getting shifty. Their D-men and forwards switching positions a little bit. Creative to start the third. Florida is plus 2,500 on 888. $2 Steve would win $50. I'd sprinkle on that. Oh, Montour put it off the post. Outside of the post, but still. C Sizzles, maybe Pomo should call Babs. That is funny. Hey, my team's almost blowing the series. What should I do? 18:42 to go in the third. Panthers have outscored their opponents 29-16 in the third period in these playoffs, and that doesn't matter. CC can't clear the zone. Verhaeghe, pass to Barkov. What a move! Holy cow! Barkov gets the goal back that was disallowed earlier in the game. And 90 seconds in, not even into the third period, the Panthers get one. And they're within two. Ew. Verhaeghe. Ew. Barkov around Fogle. Ew. Around Skinner. Despicable, disgusting, heinous from the captain of the Florida Panthers. And that's a beautiful goal early. Wow. Drew says seeds of doubt or what? I mean, Panthers came pretty close to tying game 5. I mean, you hear the way the fans are saying, let's go Oilers. It sounds a little different. There's some nerves there. They're still determined, but there's nerves there. Florida now plus 1,200. $2 Steve would have been a smart guy. Oh, stop from Bobrovsky, and now Mikula breaking it out. Florida's defenders are wildly active to start the third period compared to the rest of the game so far. Oh, they're cheating for offense, though, and this is the other side of it, because here comes McLeod now with speed. Bobrovsky shrugs that. Panthers have it behind their own net. Cassie says, can I make a band recommendation since you like Fighting for Love? Yes, you can. Kachuk, fans on a shot. It's behind the net. I like music. Tech Matt, name the 6 players who didn't wear a visor this year. Ryan Reeves is one. Kachuk behind the net. Matt Martin. Oh, Hyman hits Forsling. He's attacking, using his body, and the Panthers, geez, took all their might to get the puck off him. Cece, wide, gloved by Bobrovsky, 16:55 to go in the third period. A little bit of rough stuff after the whistle. Who else didn't play with a visor? Giordano did. That's all I got. Like, it's got to be old guys, right? That's all I got. Revo doesn't. Face off in the Florida zone. Edmonton wins it. CC rings it around. Florida comes up with it, though. And once again, here comes Brandon Montour. You just dangled the jock off Darnell Nurse a moment ago. Panthers. Puck went in the air. And they were the first team to find it. They hold the line only momentarily. But oh boy, the Oilers parking the bus. Maybe a little early. Panthers behind the Oilers net, battling away. Oh, Draisaitl got hit up high. No call. Skinner directs it into the corner. Oilers clear it. 4 minutes into the third, 16 minutes to go. Ooh, nice move from Lindell in the neutral zone. He's attacking. He's in deep. He's in the corner. Around. Lindell. This line's been decently effective. Lusterinen around. I don't know if that wraparound got on. Kulikov. Behind the net. Oilers looking for a puck over the glass penalty, or rather Panthers are looking for a puck over the glass penalty. I don't think they're going to get it. Cassie recommending the band Electric Callboy. Faves are We Got the Moves and Ratatata. I do not know that band, but I will give them a listen with my ear holes. Glenn, in 87, Calgary erased a 5-goal deficit against Toronto in the third period to win 6-5. Panthers still have hope. Wasn't that the Blues against the Leafs in 2000? Was it 1? Unless the Leafs did it twice, which is also believable. Rodriguez in the faceoff dot against McDavid. And Rodriguez comes up with it. Ekblad. Whoa, Panthers try to set play. It didn't work. Oilers' defensive sticks have been too good. Forsling doing his best to hold the line. Doesn't work. Gets it deep. Tech Mat with the players who didn't wear a visor this season. Jamie Benn, Ryan O'Reilly. Forgot about O'Reilly. Ryan Reeves. Matt Martin. Oh, so I got 2. Zach Bogosian and Milan Lucic. I got 2. Panthers put it on. Stop by Skinner. Rebound. Oh, Bennett was so close. Bennett wanted a call there because he's Sam Bennett, and he did not get it. Rodriguez drops it for Forsling. A little over 5 minutes gone in the third now. Whoa. Bennett had a yawning cage. Here comes Verhaeghe, who's looked better tonight than he has at most points in this series. Ekman Larson. Nurse with it behind his own net. I feel like a lot of the Panthers haven't looked poor individually. Cassie, okay, tweet me and let me know what you think. Pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew. Ekman Larson. Montour. This is the most active I've seen Montour in a while. Lomberg into the corner. Oilers, again, just shoveling it out. They are attacking on the forecheck, though. Derek Ryan. Oh, he high sticks Cousins, who draws a call, and then Cousin hits him from behind. And I don't think they're calling the retaliation. Is this going to be 2 or 4? Oilers fan with the double birds in the corner. What a legend. That was awesome. Yo, my voice is shot. What? Yeah, you're right, Drew. We do need some more likes. There's over 4,100 people in the chat, almost 4,200. There's only 1,400 likes. You'd almost think people hate us. That's poo, and also butt, and I hate it. Let's get to 2,000 likes so I can feel good about myself. Okay. You know, I got a beautiful family. I got a dog who's great. I got a wife who our 10-year anniversary is coming up. I got a 3-month-old daughter. I got a child who's turning 4 years old tomorrow, and we're gonna have a birthday party for him. That's Spider-Man theme. But what I really need to make me feel whole is 2,000 likes. I almost didn't even get through that. Poppy Girl says, "Hey, Steve, hope you're feeling better." I am. Thank you. For those of you who are wondering what they're talking about, I'm pretty sure I had the norovirus or food poisoning. The symptoms are basically the same. And my Monday night was poor. I did not enjoy it. Robert Bet, all goalies didn't wear visors. That is fair. Sedin Magic saying must score power play. Panthers score here. Oh, buckle up. Reminder that the Oilers have more shorthanded goals this series than I believe, or rather the Oilers have more shorthanded goals this series than the Panthers have power play goals, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's 2-1. Oilers win the draw. Can't clear the zone. Now they do. 13:40 to go in the third. And the Panthers power play, which is almost certainly their last power play of the game, has begun. Josh Starch asking what so many have asked. If Florida loses this series, is Maurice fired? I don't think so, but I also don't know what they do. Oh, Ekman-Larsson puts it wide. Panthers aren't able to collect the rebound in time. Renentmon just got here. I didn't have a chance to click like yet. Now you do. Oilers clear it. Bob out of the net to play it. Oilers get a quick change in. Ekman-Larsson for Reinhart. Reinhart carries it for a bit, sends it to Barkov. Barkov to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe loses the puck, and the Oilers are going to try to take this for a walk. They clear it. Oh, boy, this is going to be a chance for Janmark. I think he dinged Bobrovsky in the mask. And now the Oilers are going to rag the puck a little bit. Broberg. To think he started this thing as a healthy scratch behind the net for Bobrovsky. Rodriguez. Ooh, what a move. Tries to send it around for Tarasenko. Doesn't quite get there. The Panthers have barely touched this thing. Oilers clear it again. Oilers are just putting on a clinic. Montour trying to do it on his own, and it might work. No, that goes wide. Oilers have it behind their own net. Oh, struggling to clear, though. Lundell. Tarasenko not able to hold the line. 12 seconds to go in this Panthers power play. He's going to attack. Tarasenko for Lundell. Lundell on, easily gloved by Skinner. 5 seconds to go in this Panthers power play. 11:50 to go in the third period. Panthers are about to blow a massive, massive opportunity in this game. Alan Nadeau III says, longtime listener, first-time chatter. You made me become a Leaf fan, so thank you. That's not what you should be saying to me. I'm sorry. I hope to meet you someday. Also, name all former Leafs on the Oilers. Ceci, Brown, Campbell, Hyman, Carrick. I think that's it. Oilers kill it off. Forsling gain center. Not really. Yeah, they call that icing. That's the right call there. And it's loud, let's go Oilers again. Their courage was shattered a little bit after that Barkov goal. But after that big penalty kill, they're back. Talonseer, the Oilers have more shorthanded goals in this series than the Leafs had goals in their power play goals in their series versus the Bruins. Life is pain. Stenlund wins his draw against Connor McDavid. Flubbed pass by the Panthers. Oh, my goodness. Stenlund running over his man. Sorry, you ever wear headphones all the time? Your ears get gross. Panthers, hold the line! Oh, what an opportunity for Reinhart. I don't know if he got all that. Definitely didn't put it where he wanted to, which is the back of the net. Oilers trying to put on a neutral zone clinic here. Forsling with it in his own end. 11 minutes to go in the third period. Barkov with a move. Verhaeghe. Kulak collects it. Panthers try to kick it. Montour, who's really stepped up here in this third period. And once again, the Oilers tell the Panthers, go fetch. Shots are slowly evening up. And by slowly, I mean quickly. 18-16. Really not high event. Mikkola can't hold the line. Goes all the way down the ice. Here's Montour with it. Bennett dumps it. Oh, Alan Nadeau. Calvin Pickard is the other one. Man, that's a lot. Rodriguez. Oh. See, did Pickard ever play for the Leafs, though? I know he played for the Marlies. Rodriguez attacks. Stopped by Skinner. Rodriguez to the point. Ekman Larson. Cross ice. Shot. Stopped. Oh, boy. Panthers are going for traffic and rebounds here. And they're there. Jeremy Goldberg. If Edmonton wins in 7, it'll be 30,018 days since the 1942 Stanley Cup. That's stupid. Holy crap. Kachuk tries to center it. Doesn't quite work. The Panthers have more ozone puck possession and overall puck possession. But that's because the Oilers have just dominated. They've been more efficient with their puck possession. Tarasenko with the move, cut off by McLeod. Oilers say, go fetch. Oh! Ekblad cross-checked in the face by Derek Ryan. Tries to draw one. There's no chance they're calling that, bud. Holloway beats the Panthers to that puck. Panthers have definitely increased the physical play. Lomberg. Oh, they're going to call Stenlund for that. Oh, they're calling Stenlund for that. Interference. They're calling him for the pick. 8:30 to go in the third period. I did not think they were calling that. Oh, yeah. On one hand, that's dumb from Stenlund, but Drew, the first time I saw it, I agree. That is a massive flop from Leon Draisaitl. Alan Nadeau correcting me. Pickard played 1 game in 17-18 in OT. Loss. Sedin Magic. That's so many days. And Robert Bet, Bill Zito looks like a serial killer. Okay. Thanks for that. The Panthers, best case scenario for them is they kill this Oilers power play, and then they'll have 6.5 minutes to go to score 2 goals, which will force overtime, and then they'll still have to win that. Oh, boy. The stream is brought to you by 888 Canada. Thanks to 888 Canada, I now understand why 888 Casino and 888 Sports are 2 of the best places in Ontario to sign up for online casino games and sports betting. For one, 888 Casino has a huge selection of slots that's truly tough to beat. And second, 888 Sport has so many markets to choose from. I wouldn't be surprised if they have your niche covered. On top of that, myself, Jesse Blake, and Ashley Docking are excited to finally announce that we've joined up on a project with 888 Canada where we get to duke it out across 888 Casino's massive selection of slots and smack talk our way through trivia. And fortunately for you, you can watch every showdown over on 888 Canada's YouTube channel, which is finally launched. I will not spoil it, but oh boy, is that really on screen right now? Oh God, that's unfortunate. Well, there were milk products. There were dairy products. It was gross. So you can go over to the 888 Canada's YouTube channel and check that out. If entertainment at my expense is something you've always wanted, check out the 888 Canada YouTube channel at the link in the description and subscribe for new videos weekly. We're back. Edmonton Oilers power play. Can they score to make it 4-1? Oh, McDavid! Oh, Hyman, Draisaitl! Oilers lose the zone. Unbelievable. Sam Gurton, Steve, name every former Leaf or hire me as a marketer. If I could, I would, believe me. Collision there in the Panthers' end. Oilers clear it. Under 8 minutes to go in the third period, 1:20 to go in this Oilers power play. Panthers. Whoa. Decent hit there on Leon. Bouchard holds the line there. Only just. Hyman behind the net. Can't get the pass to McDavid. Lusterinen trying to sneak around Nugent Hopkins. It's not going to work. Can't clear the... Nope. Sending the Florida Panthers back. 50 seconds to go. Oilers hold the line again. It's funny. Fans are barely cheering for a goal. They're just like, listen, hold the puck in the Panthers zone. Kachuk out there. Bennett. He gets the zone entry. Oh, Panthers very close to too many men. Kathy, are the refs managing this game into Game 7? No. The Oilers are doing this. We can call that a questionable call, but I don't think the refereeing's been that bad. Bobrovsky, a save with his head. 6:45 to go in the third period. Panthers have almost killed this off. Ekblad shovels it back into his own corner. I'm not sure he meant to do it quite like that. Bennett around to Forsling. Way up the ice. Oilers pick it off. And the Oilers fail to score in this power play, but they're in the offensive zone now. Panthers have 6.5 minutes to tie this game. They're still down 2. Nurse picked off by Verhaeghe, who fans on it. Nurse tries to flick it up to Perry. And the Oilers will ice it. It goes wide of the Panthers net, and that'll be icing with 6:05 to go in the third period. Over 5,000 of you in the chat now. Click like. Takes a second and it's free. Oh, McDavid rocked Ekblad there. 2 guys who went first overall in back-to-back playoffs. Yeah, he didn't have the puck. I don't think he meant to, but when are we getting to see Jesse and Adam pie you? Oh, yeah, I forgot I got to take another pie. Soon. Oilers ringing around. Panthers cannot hold the zone. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the third period right now. The Panthers need 1 to make it interesting and 2 to give us overtime. Barkov to Verhaeghe. I think he wanted to go back to Barkov. He's not able to do it. Oilers dogged along the boards, and they'll shovel it out into the neutral zone. Oilers just wholeheartedly parking the bus right now. Reinhart rings it around. 5.5 to go. McDavid, loses the handle of the puck a little bit. Nurse being hounded by Ekman Larson. Rather Brown. Sorry, I saw a 2 and it looked like a 5. It's a mass of jerseys. Lusterinen. Oh, and they're going to call that, I think that's offside on the Oilers there. 5:05 to go in the third period. Oilers up 3-1. Patrick Batty, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. By the way, we're raising money for a virtual 5K that we're doing for the Get Real movement. They're a charity that helps out the LGBTQ plus community. In the description, if you'd like to make a donation and learn more about them, don't just take my word for it. Head on to the description, click that link, and let's raise some money for a good cause. They're great folks. We did the virtual 5K with them last year, and I like them very much. 2,000 likes. Woo! We got there. Thank you, everybody. Hold on to your butts is right, says Frank. Colin says Kachuk is a choker. Florida is back to plus 2,500 on 888 Sport. Natalie Drake, do you have a Kiprasov figurine? I might have a mini one. I don't think I have a full-size one. Cassie said, Cassie Clan may forgive Steve, but we never forget. What, the pie? Is it the pie? Mike Schmidt, 50 SDPN memberships. Let's go. If you got SDPN membership from Mike Schmidt, thank him very much. That helps out a very small channel. Not a small channel. It's a big channel. Small business is what I meant to say. Larry Gary, as a Leaf fan, I wish I was an Oilers fan. Well, it's an easy transition. There's a ton of former ones on this team. Yes, true. What do I think is louder? Bell Center in the finals or Rogers? What is it? Rogers Place? I don't think Bell Center was allowed to have capacity when the Habs were in the finals. Oh, if they were in the finals now, I still think Edmonton. These guys are nuts. Like they're playing the drums on their helmet. Pasadena says, "We're here. Let's go." Face-off in the Panther zone. 5:01 to go in this game. Connor Brown for the draw against Barkov, and Brown won it. The winger win. And they're singing Bon Jovi. Panthers attacking partial 3-on-2. Barkov runs into Skinner, a little bit shot. Oh, what a stop there by Skinner. I think that was on Reinhart. Reinhart in front. Oh, sneaks through both Panthers defensemen. Bobrovsky way out of the net to play it, and it pays off. Panthers with it at the Oilers' blue line. Turned right back the other way. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the third period. Shots 19-19. Somehow neither team has hit 20 shots. All eyes on Bobrovsky. When's he coming out? Rodriguez, whoa! One hands it on net, and it goes under the blocker of Stuart Skinner, and he's got to trap it. And we'll get a face-off. 4:12 to go. Cassie says, yes, the pie. I'm joking around, maybe. By the way, shout out Mike Schmidt for just randomly dropping a 50-piece on us out of nowhere. So if you're an SDPN member, you get that means you're an SDP VIP, and you get our extra bonus episode of the Steve Dangle podcast every week. I believe it drops Friday at midnight, so Thursday night into Friday morning, every week. Anton Lundell taking the face-off for the Panthers. He wins it clean. And no, he does not. They didn't like the face-off, so they're taking it back. They're going to do it again. Nova. How are you asking this right now? Do you think Stamkos is coming home to Toronto? No. I think he's staying in the division, though. That's all I'm going to say. Lusterinen. Can't get the winger win for the Panthers, but there's a battle between Tarasenko and Ekholm. Oh, Panthers in front. Oh, good opportunity there. I don't think the shot did get through, though. Montour not able to hold the line. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Oilers with the puck. You got to think down 2 goals. The next time the Panthers gain the zone clean, Bob's coming out of the net. Mikkola rings it around. Kachuk. Bobrovsky going to the bench now. 3.5 to go. Oh! Panthers just hold the line there. Oilers get it out. They're going to have a chance at the empty net. Shoveled into the empty net. Ryan McLeod makes it 4-1 with 3:15 to go in the third period. And barring a miracle, the Edmonton Oilers have an opportunity to pull off a miracle in Game 7 in Florida on Monday. This is what dreams are made of. Game 7 for the Stanley Cup. And it just so happens that the Edmonton Oilers erased a 3-0 series deficit to do it. Unbelievable. Look at the crowd outside Rogers Place. Everyone's soaked. Unbelievable. Fourth of the playoffs for Ryan McLeod. What a final he's had. Florida, whoa! Put it on the goal line there. Edmonton clears it, and that goes straight into the empty net. Who scored that one? That wasn't Skinner. Was that Skinner? No. They're all congratulating Skinner. He probably got an assist. Was it because of the save? No. Let me see a replay. Barkov had it on the... Oh, Skinner scooped it off the line. He hit it to Nurse one-handed from his knees. And Nurse is the one who scored. Oh, they were right to congratulate Skinner. That's a primary assist. And now they're chanting. They're believing. We want the cup. What are we witnessing in Edmonton? That's the loudest any NHL building's ever been, right? Like, ever. Anywhere, ever. Steven Emmerich, how is it that I'm actually cheering for the Oil? Because they were down 3-0 and they're insanely about to force Game 7. In all my years watching hockey, this is one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen. Ever. Like, people have talked about the Leafs chokes and everything. The Bruins in Game 7 in the first round, like, that doesn't hold a candle to this. The Flyers coming back against the Bruins in, what was that, the first or the second round in 2010? That doesn't compare to this. This is the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers have toyed with their food for 3 rounds, and it looked like they were doing the same in the Cup Final. And the Oilers have not eked these wins out. Like, the Oilers are not just clawing their way back into the series. They kicked the ever-living hell out of Florida in Game 4 and have not let up since. Living on a prayer, loud as hell in Edmonton. Listen to that. God. I mean, depending on who you cheer for. Yeah, Drew just asked the question, like, how jealous are you right now? Like, I've never got this. I've never got anything close. I was at the gold medal game in 2010. That's not the same as this. It's not the same as this. You've never been to a party that good. What's going on in that building right now? What's going on right outside it? You've never in your entire life been to a party, a concert that good. If you're a hockey fan, a real hockey fan, you've been cheering for the Oilers your whole life, and you're at this game, you're outside that building, you're in that city experiencing right now. You've never been to a party, a concert, a movie, a play, a friggin' nothing that good as this. Ever. The Panthers ice it, and it feels like nothing short of complete cruelty to continue this game, but they are. Cassie said, Oilers wanted to make sure Steve got as many gifts as he could from me with 7 games instead of the sweep we were all expecting. But for real, what a series. I agree. Adam Dillon, we got to get the grippers for the Oil if they win the cup. No! I told you under no circumstances. We might get a fight here at the end of the third. I wouldn't be surprised. There's something going on behind the play. Lomberg is trying to get a hold of McLeod. I don't know what you say if you're Paul Maurice to your guys for Game 7. I tell you what, I tell them in the whatever it is, I tell them in the locker room, and I tell them again on the plane. You let the Florida Panthers spend as little time in their heads over the next 3 days as possible. The Edmonton Oilers force Game 7. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Game 7 on Monday. New podcast on Monday. I think we might have to reconsider. Like, do we do it Tuesday instead? Well, like, what do we do? Cole Boyer, what happens to Paul Maurice if this gets botched? I don't know how you fire him based on how everything went, but I don't know how anyone ever lives this down. The Oilers bid farewell to their fans because this is the last game they'll play in this arena this season. But they are 1 game shy of the cup after being on the brink of elimination for 3 straight games. Mike Farino saying Florida's faces look utterly defeated. Utterly. Elizabeth Ballack. And the Oilers have done this without McDavid contributing. Not even a point. Go Oilers. You didn't have a point tonight? Oh, my God. Jeffrey McMillan gifted 10 SCPN memberships. Let's go. Curly Fry, does McDavid have a point in this one? There's your answer. Eris Mix, I'm getting emotional for the Oilers and their fans. As a Blackhawks fan, this is absolutely nuts. We're witnessing a miracle in front of us. We really are. Oilers fans having a blast tonight from Trash Productions, of course. James Stemler, that crowd literally just made me tear up right now. What a wild ride this has been. Bring on Game 7. It's flooding into the chat. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Bobrovsky is going to see Connor McDavid's face in the bus window like the Ring. That's a very good one. Oh, you got me. Okay. Allison said, has a rookie coach ever gone like the Ring? Has a rookie coach ever gone this far before? Yeah, pretty sure. They haven't overcome a 3-0 friggin' series deficit in the Stanley Cup Final. Renatmon saying do Tuesday instead. I got to talk to Adam and Jesse. I'm going to see them tomorrow at Leo's birthday party. You see Monday to... Yeah, but like the podcast is going to go up like 3 hours before the game. Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that. Delay till Tuesday 100%. Podcast Monday and Tuesday YOLO. Death Eater gifted an SDPN membership. Let's go. If the Oilers win, I want a whole VIP with just grippers. You know what, man? No. Game 7, triple overtime. Here we come. It does feel destined. Paula Bellin. Has there ever been a Game 7 overtime for the Cup? When? Like, I know there's been an overtime winner to win the Cup, but Game 7 overtime to win the Cup? I saw Game 7 overtime to decide the OHL championship, and the home team, the Mississauga Steelheads, or were they still the Majors at the time? It was the Mississauga St. Mites Majors. Lost the game because they scored on their own net. That was a tough one. Only one team has ever won an overtime Game 7 to win the Cup. Both time it was the Detroit Red Wings. Wow, when? 1954 and 1945. Wow. Paula Bellin says Tuesday, please. A lot of people voting Tuesday. Birthday party pod. No, I don't want to be punched in the face by my wife and several family members. Francois LaBelle, why not both? Because I want to lie down. Notice how I'm not asking to sleep. I know that's unreasonable. I just want to lie down. Grippers if the Oilers win, Steve. No! Goals are 18-5 over the last 3 games, says Mike Farino. Oilers going to mollywop the Panthers in Game 7. And shout out to the girl outside Rogers Place in the Sheldon Souray jersey holding up the Ted Lasso Believe sign. I can't believe it. Pre-final mini-cast and a big one the following day. Yeah, like Adam and Jesse and I have to talk about this. Are they in the chat? Yeah, we got to talk about this tomorrow. We got to talk about this tomorrow. There's what's best for us and there's what's best for content, and they so rarely align. You know what I mean? Stove Dingle, hello from King of the North. Hello. Drew, I think we wrap it here and we shoot cup check and we rest up for what's going to be a big few days. Lou Gazdick doesn't have a mic right now. It's just chaos. You want to wrap? Let's wrap. Folks, what can I say? History in the making. Whether you have a dog in this fight or not, this is what we want. Game 7 for the Stanley Cup. One game to decide it all. This is the best. This is the best. When was the last time we had Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final? I think it was... No, I think it was 2019. Bruins Blues. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Edmonton Oilers down 3-0 in this series to the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers had their names half etched on the cup. And now Monday, it's winner take all. Florida Panthers win that game. No one remembers this happen. No one remembers this happen in a few years. The Panthers win their first ever cup and they live happily ever after. Oilers pull this off. This is the greatest comeback in the history of hockey. Bar none. The season officially ends 3 days before the end of the NHL draft. So if I'm not mistaken, the buyout window opens, 48 hours after the cup final ends? It's going to be... So let me walk you through this before we go. Haiku Knife says, how do you say play Gloria in Canadian? I think it's, oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, no, play Gloria. And Death Eater says, hey, it's Adam and Jesse here. How to use this guy's account. We'll do a pod Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we're already talking about it in the group chat. Last two finals game 7s included the Bruins. That's hilarious. Okay, so here, I can't do any more super chats. Monday, June 24th, that is game 7. As I understand it, 48 hours after the Stanley Cup is awarded is when the buyout window opens. So that leaves the 25th and the 26th to do business, but no buyouts. But the fact that there's no buyouts will hamper business. 27th is the day before the draft. The buyout window will open. And utter anarchy will ensue. And I think a lot of players are going to get bought out. And there's going to be a lot of activity. But I think a lot of buyouts aren't initiated until the next day, which is the friggin' draft. Day 1 of the draft is the 28th on the Friday. Literally a week today. Day 2 is the following day on the 29th. Then there's the 30th, which is a day off, but I think that's going to be anarchy too because there's no time to do business before free agency, and then Monday is free agency. Free agency is in 8 plus 7, or sorry, that's 7, 9, it's 10 days from now. It's the 21st. That would have been an easier way to do it. Sports Talk Chud says, greatest comeback in sports if it happens. Off the top of my head, it's tough to disagree. Folks, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. I don't know if Monday's podcast is going to be moved to Sunday or Tuesday. That's why you got to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you get a notification and it shows up in your feed when we do upload one. And you got to follow us on all our socials. Follow SDPN, Twitter. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. What else are we on? We're on everything. Tumblr? We're on Tumblr. We're not on Tumblr. Check it out. Game 7, baby. Game 7.